I'm very surprised when I simultaneously turned on the audio, I didn't catch you saying now. Because it's now. Audience at home, hello. Welcome back to the Singularity War.
But is it now?
Yes.
But when will it be then?
It'll be
Soon.
then later.
In a while.
When will then be now? Soon. Now that we've quoted a movie film that is much funnier and cleverer than we are.
Than us.
Unfortunately.
Let's begin. Before we do the shenanigans, as usual, I like to thank our patrons and not immediately fire off a yawn as I try to read their names. Had to stifle that. It's okay. It's past now. So, sorry, I just feel like I'm gonna start speed reading and I'm gonna immediately cough, and I'm like, don't do that. Keep it in. I got it. Okay. Anyway, before we go any further, shout out to our patrons like Out of Heart, Black SOG, Call Me Zed, Carlos, Dragon, Fight Size Bird, Jerry Vasquez, JV9000, Just the Fake, Starlight, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Regent Raptor, Rise of Kenji, Rogue Robin, Charvor, Shumpire, some guy named Bob, and Varian the Crow. If you like what we do, want to see markets and stories on Patreon, get access to episodes, lots of goodies, it really helps us out. Thank you for your support, everybody. Yes, I stuck it together. Sorry, I've been a little congested lately. I need to take my cloth and get like all the dust out of my chair rails and stuff again. It's been a couple of months. But where we last left off, you guys had accepted the robot job, the ball joint job. I don't know if I like to say the ball joint job because there's two J's in there. But there's some guys and they're going to steal the stuffs. Indeed the
Okay, so I guess we're doing the prep phase?
Yeah. Well, you guys got hired. Do you remember how much you're being paid?
No.
Wasn't it 6,000 in total?
That's how much you got paid for the last job.
I thought it was 5,000 in total.
It was 5,000, and then they'd also like
it was 5,000.
let us have a full right to use all their shit.
I thought it was 5K, but I was not sure.
Plus stuff in house, which was I think we get to use all their workshops and devices. Outside the job.
Okay, Axe is taking liberties with the contract, but they do have a machine shop you can access. Yes.
Well, I thought the benefit was possible membership to the group for members of our group.
The beauty of that is those two things are basically the same thing. If you have a membership, their machine shop is inside the club, so
yeah.
Membership means access to their facilities. But yes, you accepted that contract, so you'll be paid 5K total, plus other nebulous benefits.
Nebula.
And so...
Gaseous.
What do they call?
No, not the nebula.
Non-tangibles?
Honestly, because I rejigged my character, I actually have a little bit more money.
I did give Axe a list of negotiation goals. I think,
I have it written down.
Yeah.
Yep. I think non-tangibles is like 2 or 3. Cash money is definitely number 1.
Yeah. Non-tangibles. Well, actually, no. I guess tangible and non-tangible assets are intersectable. But first was increase the overall amount of credits. 2, getting credits up front. Then 3 would be tangible assets. 4, non-tangible assets. With tangible assets being gear, vehicles, weapons, of that, and non-tangible being information, access, contacts, and stuff. But those 2 are interchangeable depending on your needs. I would like more guns. Axe's character may not like more guns. He might want more information. But you should always tell your deals to your opposing party.
Favors are all kind of the wild card because those can be anything.
Yeah. Alrighty.
But all right, so you've accepted the job. You figured out we remember our pay scale. So you've got the address of the ball joint. It's like the middle of the afternoon, I think. Maybe it's morning. Who knows?
It's not in the afternoon.
But you've basically, got your setup, got your thing. at some point, you'll have to actually reconvene and not in like an awkward way because if I recall correctly, everybody went to the little, cafe place to meet, but Wolf was sitting separately, staring out a window. So, you might want to wait a little bit before you reconvene.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe I remember, and you'll have to forgive us, chat. It's been like 2 weeks. We missed a week, so
Holidays.
there's a lot of stuff that happened during that time period. Also, to completely date when this happened, this is the Sunday after the FF14 Tokyo Fan Fest, and I may have been beset by, dreams of delirium about what even is this expansion?
What is cloud gaming?
Is cloud gaming when we get sucked into a giant GPU? Don't know. Anyway, so we're having a wild time, but I believe that one of the things that was discussed in the negotiation was at some point you were, slipped a chip that had rough, like, floor plans and security details on it to review.
Yes.
And then, we had to cut the session because I was like, let me actually write all that shit down. So, you have that. However you want to, meet up and look at it and discuss things.
I was also going to look into the I can't remember the name of the group. I have written down French assholes, which I don't think is their name.
You really should write the proper
Dallas, you
nouns.
are quite possibly the worst note taker I know because you
Oh,
write
yeah.
all of your notes in character as yourself, none of which are
Useful.
grammatically
No,
correct.
I write them in character as my character.
It's the Diamant Noir gang, the Black Diamond gang.
I knew it was something noir. I just couldn't remember what the first part was.
I'm also pretty sure, considering this is session number 4 and you've had this, hypothetically had this job on tap since like session 1. I don't remember how much we actually got into it, but I'm pretty sure everybody who is capable of rolling to know more about these people has rolled that already.
I remember I rolled last session, and I got some basic information.
Yeah.
No, I was kind of going to look up for what their motivation to hit the club would be.
I think
See
that
if I
would
could find anything on that front.
still be the streetwise roll, but I guess if you haven't done that, you can still attempt to know. Yeah, no, just
If it's still a streetwise roll, then I
yeah.
We
What
don't know.
other role are you looking for to look up criminals?
no society.
Criminals are not society.
We live in a
That
society.
is not true technically, but I understand what you mean.
I am actually... Hang on a fucking second here. Let me...
He's looking for a GIF now or something.
No, not a GIF.
Oh boy.
Hang on.
But
This
yes,
is how I
no,
know Dallas doesn't read.
at some point, we've got like, to do
No,
your
I know
basic-
what no society is. It mentions criminal gangs in it.
Yeah, don't roll it 4.
Yeah, Dallas, you notice how there's a division of the two areas? One is do roll, one is don't roll.
You want to identify prominent members of a local gang or clade.
That's a local gang or clade, like a local social group.
Oh, okay. I guess I was I misunderstood the use of the word gang in that context.
Yes, that's the very generic gang. That's just
Gotcha.
like a social circle.
My bad.
But
Like, you
that's
want to
probably
look-
my bad for using the word clade, which I don't know if anybody else reading this text document understands.
I'm gonna be
It's a
honest.
cool
I thought you.
word.
I'm gonna be very honest. I thought you mistyped cadre.
Clade, it's a real word. Look it up.
No, I believe you.
Dallas, you'd roll that if you're trying to learn about the Kintaros.
No, I get that
I
now.
thought I already looked up their name already, haven't I?
I mean, strictly speaking, the Dima Noir are not a crime org. They are a gang, but they are not like a local group of street toughs you could investigate.
No, I understand. I would not have any skills to find them then.
Okay.
Yes, the gang.
So...
Anyway, at some point, somebody needs to start doing the leverage planning, and the problem is that's not Claymore.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Claymore
like,
is not going to start the leverage planning, so one of
Sorry.
you three chuckle fucks needs to like.
So
All right. So
Probably want
what's
to-
the floor plan?
Okay, yes, the floor plan. Okay,
I thought we were just gonna get to that. I didn't know why we were waiting on. I'm sorry.
I'm waiting on you guys to say how.
no,
and where
Omega,
you're
no,
looking at
Omega.
the
This is
floor
what we're
plan.
gonna do. We're just gonna do it right now. No prep, no planning. We're just gonna be standing fucking dicks in our hand in front of the club when the heist happens. That's
I'm
our
okay with this.
I refuse.
Well, if you refuse, then do fucking something.
To be fair, Axe said he wants to look at the floor plan. Okay, I
you
can
all.
describe the floor plan to Odin. But I would like to remind you guys, you don't own TACnet yet.
Yes.
But
So where do we want to gather up and talk about it?
Probably the office, I would assume.
I thought we were all gonna do that already. Okay.
This is the assumed
You
thing.
can't just
You're not
assume
at-
we're going to
You're
teleport
not
to your
at the
office.
office, so you need
It
to tell
didn't.
me
It's
to go
not
back to
broke.
the
Don't fix it. Okay, that's a bad statement, but whatever.
But the problem is, Axe, we weren't at the office. You guys are last week.
Yeah,
we
we
checked.
were.
We're in a cafe. Okay,
Yeah,
so
we
we return
were-
to the office.
Okay, I
Everybody
thought
okay
time
with
has already
this?
passed.
Nope,
Yep.
no time
Yeah.
passed.
Okay.
This is why the comment I made earlier. You guys are gonna have to actually figure out where you want to like group up because Wolf is, sitting in a corner. Wolf says he wants to go back to the office and discuss the plans, though. I will interpolate there. So
I
we return
misunderstood
to the
how
Yes,
pre-organized we were.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't think we should discuss this in the open.
that's fair. All right, okay. I believe we've previously established that Odin's office has a PowerPoint projector, so we can look at the floor plans.
It has the verse board.
They're sufficiently wireframey and 3D. So, all right. High level. I'll get into the briefing now. So the ball joint, which for some reason in my notes is all lowercase when I wrote this the first time, which is really weird because I capitalized it just a second ago. Anyway, it's in a commercial block building, so normal commercial rental space. Right about at the edges-ish of Karakuricho, so towards the fringes of the suburb, the neighborhood. Not technically suburb, but we probably use suburb in the wrong way. So, one, there's going to be a public lobby to this building, right? Because it is a commercial rental, so there'll be, a board that lists all the businesses and what floors they're on. There may be somebody actually sitting at that desk, who knows? But there's a public lobby that has a bank of elevators and a stairwell, so you can go to the different floors of the business. You guys are not directly concerned with the elevators or stairwell, probably because the ball joint is primarily on the ground floor. So you have a ground floor entrance. You don't need to go up any of the stairs or work with the elevators to get in. There's basically like an actual entry space to the club outside of the public lobby of the building that has a shielded privacy door. It's like polarized and sensor ablating, so you can't just, look in. Inside the door, there's a very small reception area, a check-in desk. If you're members, you can sign in. If you're not a member, you have to pay the cover charge. There's also a little coat and weapon check area behind that desk. The desk is manned by an android. But, in the there's like little margin notes. They have usually two bouncers either posted immediately inside these doors or on the outside of the doors, depending how they feel. The club is one level and then has a mezzanine balcony as a VIP area. The ground floor layout's pretty simple. There's a bar in the center. There's table and booths along the sides with hollow tables and stuff. At the back of the floor, there is a stage for whatever they need to do. Can include, obviously, music shows, but also, dancing, fashion shows, even like talk presentations, speaking engagements. There is a backstage area, and the backstage area connects to the control room for the stage, which doubles as the server room for the internal verse instance of the club. Also, right next to the stage, there's a DJ booth.
Okay.
That's the
I have
ground
a-
floor.
Okay.
Any questions about ground floor stuff, or do you want to?
Yes,
talk about the areas?
I do.
Okay, what you got?
Would we know if the VIP area would be occupied on the day in question?
Yes, it would. It's their VIP
Okay.
area. That's where the members go. But remember, that's not the ground floor. That's the mezzanine. This is where I find out that Dallas doesn't know what a mezzanine is.
No, I know what a mezzanine is.
Okay.
I hear your doubt over this voice call.
No, I'm chuckling at Lucky and Lothar having a moment.
So
Get
on the
close to
ground
something with the
floor, are
team.
there any other entrances into the business other than the main entrance, like fire entrances, emergency exits, and such?
Yeah, kind of. There is a back room to enter the area. So this leads into the backstage, which basically hooks up to the building's commercial loading dock area.
Okay.
So there's probably a couple of rolling loading dock doors where you can pull up trucks and other delivery vehicles. And there is a, small members only door, which leads into that backdrop. They do occasionally let members in that way, but that's supposed to be, ID secured and through a couple of layers.
Okay.
Usually they have at least one bouncer guarding the back door
Okay,
to
so
make sure nobody pokes their way in.
I might have a small web of questions actually, but I have to predicate them on something else. I know I asked for general informations on the Black Diamond game last time, but could I ask a specific question about them?
I think you got some. Did you get advantage last time?
I do not remember.
It was failure with advantage.
Was it failure with advantage? I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Rather, it wasn't even
recall.
failure with advantage. It was a lack of success with advantage.
Which is failure.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
Insignificant
In
failure.
that case,
yeah.
ask your specific question then, and we can.
Well, can we find out or know the Black Diamonds gang's MO, how they usually do their jobs and get everything? I can't remember if I asked this last time or not.
Actually, yeah. What was the
If you
previous
did not
hits like?
ask it, that would probably be another separate streetwise check that one of you can attempt again.
All right, I'll go.
Because this is not necessarily just about the Black Diamond gang, though it is about them. This can also be about general, how do, a PT gangs work.
Yeah.
Lucky, use my brain.
It's
Well,
cunning.
I need cunning. I have two cunning.
Oh, use my cunning either.
What's your
I have 3 of that as well.
Stats.
All right. But
Yeah, thanks to my robo limb, I have 3 and 3 stats.
Okay, so do I have anything for boosting streetwise?
Just don't ask me about willpower.
Probably not yet.
We don't go here.
I have a question. Okay, this is me trying to bend the rules here. But I have a holophone which basically says blues on knowledge based checks. Couldn't I use this for streetwise as well when I'm trying to dig up information on someone?
No, it's explicitly supposed to be no skills.
Hiss. Okay.
I know. I'm pretty sure there's an app that would give you similar effects on streetwise, though, if you had it.
If I had it, but I do not have it. But no, I'm not actually. No, do not use the dice roller. Me. It is cursed. I hates it. It hates me. Oh, excuse me. Difficulty.
This is very general. Let's go with average.
Average. So you get
Average. Why did I say?
So 2 success, 1 advantage.
Okay, yes. So you want to know how, out of the genre, shall we say, of Kaito gangs, how does the Diamond Noir gang operate?
Yes.
Well, usually, and I think this has come up in some discussions before, generally PT gangs are associated with burglary, breaking and entering, but usually through kind of like a urbex lens.
Okay.
So the you're checking your online sources, trying to think about who maybe skimming police reports and looking for like MO stuff, checking the police blotter. The Black Diamond gang has a little bit of hacking. They'll plug into public networks, Jesus, and will crack like electronic locks.
Okay.
But they don't seem to primarily do verse attacks. Because they're about acquiring physical goods, so they will physically break and enter into a place. The police reports, even with a little bit of success, these guys haven't been caught or iced already, so they're good enough at their job to not leave the most obvious of traces. But they'll pick locks, gain access to windows, roof access, etc.
Okay.
There's probably been at least a couple of theories where like they crawled through some of the infrastructure or sewer tunnels.
It seems very old school.
So they are not gonna try to basically not gonna make like fake membership passes or try to subvert the android at the front desk or something like that. That's not in their.
They're a phantom thief type gang. They might do some social engineering, but that is. If that's how they work, there's still some element of their like physical breaking and entering, right? Like if they pretend to sneak into a place with fake IDs, that will be so that they can like smuggle a duffel bag full of lockpicks and climbing gear and then steal away the thing. It's kind of like an Ocean's 11 plan, but with less people. You might have some faces around to doing some cons or drawing some attention, but at some point somebody needs to like rappel down an elevator shaft or something.
Okay. All right. Well, that was just my first thought is if they were like physical based or more verse based or
Yeah.
They're fans of the dexterity.
They're not as straightforward as like an anarch gang. There's no like no clown masks, no high explosives,
no firebombs.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, our primary concern should be making sure we restrict all forms of access. So we would have to basically take care of windows, rooftop access, ventilation, sewer access.
And also the front door, just like if they're coming in disguise. We should try and see if we can get one of us to replace one of the bouncers for the night.
Unfortunately, we would need some like this. That is an idea, but we would need someone who has enough social deduction that they can tell if someone is being deceptive. What is this guy's skullduggery or whatnot? And what is that?
Disguising your appearance. I think is that skullduggery or is that deception? What does the disguise kit say?
Yeah. Well, what's the contested skill?
Well, that's
what is the discover skullduggery?
Well, we got to figure out which one is used so we can figure out which one is the opposite of it.
I believe disguising yourself is deception. Let me check the core book real quick.
Please and thank you.
So that would be vigilance to oppose.
I do not have vigilance yet.
I mean, you don't saying, we should replace one of the bouncers. Remember, you guys are allied here. You are supplementing the security team. So the bouncers, of which there are, I'll cut to the chase with a later fact. There's about usually 6 of them on a shift, half a dozen.
Yeah. There's like 2 up front too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, in total, they usually have 6 guys on a shift. So there's 2 on the front door, 1 on the back door, and then 1 guy guarding the stairs up to the VIP mezzanine, and then 2 guys who are just, walking the floor, loosey-goosey.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need someone on the roof then.
Should probably be either you or.
Ideally,
I mean, maybe it could be. I haven't even named him yet.
I mean, the roof is how many stories is the actual whole building?
I believe it's. Let me check real quick. I think it's 5. This is a note by the way, under deception. You character wears a disguise and pretends to be someone else. So that means it is vigilance opposed. Blah, 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 blah. So let's see.
Not me.
But no, even if it's like a 5-story and the club is only taking up like what
1.5 basically.
Yeah, 1.5.
And it's 4 stories actually. Yeah.
They can still like if there's elevator, rooftop access, HVAC access, Remember, there's usually like I don't know how it is in the cyberpunk future, but modern days, usually the big HVAC systems where they actually do have the giant fucking vents, that's on the roof.
Yeah, so there's a rooftop level. Obviously, there's no direct access from the roof to the club.
But to the building.
But yes, the building has there's an inside stairwell that goes all the way to the roof. There is a fire escape for emergency exit, which goes all the way to the roof level, and there are service elevators that go to the other floors. If you want to know just real quick what the businesses are in this place, in order, the other businesses are: you have a barbecue restaurant, Swedish-style massage parlor and sauna, and a banking and loan business, which I will give to you for free without rolling streetwise, is probably a front for the Hiryukai Yakuza. It's a loan sharking establishment.
Well, we probably don't have to worry about fucking diamonds like going through them to get to the building. That'd be bad.
That would be funny though.
That makes it more complicated on their end.
Yeah.
But this does mean the restaurant does need to get supplies in and does delivery out. So that means that there are workers coming in from the loading dock to that floor.
Does
I
that
could
one
install
loading
Sam on the
dock service the whole structure?
Yes.
Is anyone supposed to be on the roof ever?
Probably not.
Okay, then yeah, I can just store Sam. I can just stick Sam up there.
What's Sam's vigilance?
Let me check. It's better than mine, I know that. But that's not hard.
Wolf does have
also.
2 vigilance.
I
and
was
3
like,
cunning, so.
that would actually have been my suggestion, is put Wolf on the roof.
Does
Okay.
Wolf have
Oh, it's
climbing
Will.
gear?
Never mind. No, I do not have climbing gear.
Never mind. Yeah, it has no vigilance.
I believe this was a problem we ran into last time with Kaze the Ninja Man. Was you were all surprised, and most of you were really bad at that. Does Odin have any vigilance? You probably should.
It'd be 1 yellow, 2 greens.
Okay, that's not bad.
Better than us.
The problem is that
I have
Odin's
2 yellows,
also
so.
the closest you get to being a face. So.
I mean, if you want me to face, I can. Just be prepared for the consequences.
Well, so actually, this is something I was thinking about the other day. That will be a little weird, and I also think why it made sense why you guys couldn't actually get your cost up. Remember that Claymore is currently posing as an android.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, remember, I could be extremely good at being a face in this place very specifically.
But
because I get to roll my mechanics instead of negotiate or any social checks.
So ideally, I'm sorry. We were talking about the first floor. I'm assuming that the second floor is the the mezzanine, the half floor.
That's the VIP area.
Yeah. Was there anything special about that you wanted to mention?
Just, in the plans, you see the basic rundown. There's a small bar, so they got a second bar up there. Mm-hmm. There's some more holotables. There are some privacy booths and a smoking lounge, but otherwise it is just kind of a, general members-only place. It's accessed by a small stairwell or dumbwaiter.
Okay.
This is where it is noted they have display systems for their, special collection of androids, but those aren't in the plans. You'll have to, take a tour there or call Mr. Ikuda about that.
Ideally,
there is also a basement area.
A basement area.
Yeah,
in the basement?
They got a sub level. Basement area is connected to the loading dock. It's mostly a storage cellar, because they do serve, alcohol and stuff here. But remember, they talked about doing, Battle of the Bots in their basement. So they've got a small private event area where they can do fabrication, maintenance, and setup for, Battle of the Bots, drone racing, etc. There's cargo dumbwaiters up to the bar and mezzanine here. Infrastructure and utilities for the building are kind of physically located in this basement space. So this is where you have, giant water filtration and stuff like that running, to the rest of the city infrastructure. Also, the basement has the manager's office, which has Mr. Ikuda's private terminal and a wall safe for club earnings and stuff.
Okay, so the way that I'm seeing this so far here is that the roof and the loading bay are probably the most obvious points of entry. If we can probably go through the facility, make sure that all windows are shut and locked. We can probably actually how much will the bouncers be amenable to for us to give give them directions?
I mean, they're doing a job, and they would be told that you guys are the additional security for the event, the membership night. So yeah, technically you're in charge.
All right. So if we basically have the two roaming bodyguards, focus more on the windows and whatnot, that would probably keep guys from risking it.
You don't need to worry about windows. This is this place is set up like a nightclub. There's no outside windows.
Yeah, I was like, they're not gonna be windows in this kind of club.
The interior style, at least not on the main club floor. There might be some small ventilation windows in the loading dock.
Basement.
Well, the basement is separate, but the actual it's hard to tell from the blueprints, but they probably have some images, example images. The interior style of the club is somewhere between Neocro and Cybergoth. Lots of moody lighting, neon, dark surfaces. Any major windows they have would be blacked out and blocked up.
Okay.
Lots of lasers.
All right, then.
House EDM music.
Then definitely we should probably focus our attention on 3 points: the prize storage, the roof, and the basement. Probably.
I should probably be in the main area, with the prize storage, just because I don't need to put a disguise on, at all.
I mean,
considering what Omega just said.
Well, why would you need a disguise in the first place?
Well, because some people are going to stick out. Odin is either going to have to be wearing a security outfit or something else because he does not look like he belongs. You're a robot, so you're fine.
Odin, I think, is pre-dressed like he's a bouncer.
I'm already wearing a suit. I'm already wearing a layered suit.
Also, I would argue that sticking out helps us because then we become a deterrent.
True.
It's all thievery.
But I'm not going to be threatening no matter what.
Fair enough. But all thievery is opportunity meeting action.
I'm about 4'1".
If I was to put it ideally, I would put Wolf on the roof, me in the prize room, and then Odin and Usagi in the basement. Quick question about how, if we were doing things in movement and maneuvers, excuse me, how long would it take for someone to get to the roof down to the basement?
I think that's the equivalent of from rooftop to basically street level. That's probably the equivalent of a long range.
Okay, so it'd take.
So that would be, was it 2 to go from long to medium?
Yeah, and then yeah, a couple more to go from medium to engage. So yeah, okay. Probably at least 2 full rounds of running.
So Lucky, would it be possible if I could stay with you in the main area and then have Sam patrol in the loading area with Odin?
I mean, that makes sense, but don't you actually have to give him commands? Don't you actually I'm sorry, I genuinely.
I have a neural link with him.
Oh, okay.
I use my neural uplink with
Wi-Fi.
him.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Baby. Okay. I mean, that'll give us.
That was what my starting cyberware was.
And
neural network.
Like I said, they did say that they're going to steal the most prized position, and they're focusing on physical aspects, so we don't necessarily have to worry about their server information, because that is in the the
control room, which is in the back.
Yeah, in the backstage
area.
Well, I would probably stay in the server area just in case, because once again, I'm the least. Without Sam, I'm the least combat. So worst comes to worst, if someone comes into the server room.
Jacqueline has any moonlighting work as a DJ?
Oh yeah. No, definitely.
There is a DJ booth next to the stage, and that's next to the stage control room. So
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get a DJing position.
I mean, you can get a DJ gig. It's just whatever you guys are being paid. No. I mean, it's split up between the so many of you, but 5K credits is not insignificant. That would be enough to start buying replacement limbs and stuff. You guys are being paid not an insignificant amount of money to do this job. So wherever you want to put you guys' selves, you could do that. I'm gonna pause the audio and step away for a sec. If you, so I'll be back for questions, but you guys can continue to discuss strategy while I.
All right.
Okay.
So we've kind of gone over where their entrances would be. Do we want to try and figure out what their target is?
Well, the only thing
I think it's the client list.
I don't know if it's the client list because, like I said, we talked about this. They seem to be more focused on physical things. But like I said, like unless there's some super secret thing they have, the two most valuable things they have is probably their prize collection and the client list.
Okay.
But I am less inclined to believe the client list because, again, it's not necessarily something physical.
But you don't have to go to the verse for the client list.
Yeah, you do. It's on.
You just have somebody. No, you have to
it's
get
on the
somebody.
private servers.
It's in the server room. It's not connected to the verse.
Yeah, but it's still in their server, so you still have to like remove
You
it.
just have to get a spike to get it out.
What spike?
Like, so their client list, from what Omega told us last time, their client list is in a partitioned server. It's not connected to their verse. So someone would have to physically go into the server room to download it onto like either a data spike or a computer or something like that.
I genuinely can't remember what the client list is like, so I'll just wait for Omega to get back and confirm that. But if you want to be... Again, I would rather... like, I know you're talking about the DJ thing, but I'd rather you just be in the server room so someone doesn't, sneak past you to get to it.
That is very fair.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about all the jobs in Payday 2 where I literally have to sneak past a DJ to get into a fucking room. It's a thing. It happens.
No, to be fair, I don't know how much it would be sneaking past me, because I would not like.
You still have eyes.
Yeah, like I would just be focused on that the entire time.
I'm also reminded of there are several gigs in Cyberpunk which involve nightclubs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so
like, because if someone's going into the server room, I'm just gonna assume it's one of them, because there's no reason for someone to just randomly go into the server room.
Okay, then don't worry about the DJ gig, because you'll be a very shitty DJ gig if you're not actually DJing and just watching the door behind you.
That's true. Yeah, I'll just be in the server room then.
All right, Maggie, have you restarted the recording?
Yeah, I'm back on audio.
Okay, cool.
I'm also trying to...
So just to clarify, Omega, because this was a discussion we were having and something I remember from last time. The client list is not connected to the verse. It's physically partitioned, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
They have public terminals, to access the verse in the building, but that is separate from their internal server network.
Okay, so it's on their internal server network.
Yes.
And where can that internal server network be accessed from?
Either the server room or the manager's private terminal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This is why I was leaning towards client list, because I'm like, I don't know how valuable any one
that's just
robot is.
black material. Why would they want black
Yeah,
material?
because it's black material in a room in a club full of rich people. Money. Rich people have money.
I know, but I was thinking, like, does that track with what we already know about them?
Unfortunately, we probably will not know until it's over. I do not want to actually start going into circular logic. We will move to protect both the client list and the private collection. The client list can be accessed from the manager's office in the basement, which will have Sam and Odin on. Usagi will be in the server room. Odin will be in the private collection room, and Wolf will be on the roof.
I have a terrible idea, but I want to at least say it.
What's up?
What if we just take the client list and take it off-site and remove everything except that thing, so they'd never find it?
That
I mean, that would.
doesn't
You're
work.
talking about a computer thing. That would cause a problem because they need to check that database,
Fair.
probably through some kind of computerized method.
Yeah.
Like you can't. That would require shutting down the club, which is also a kind of a no-go.
Yeah.
Fair.
Also,
'Cause it
while
is a big
we're
membership
pretty
night.
sure it's the client list, we're not 100% certain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I said,
So-
like we're gonna spread
it's good
ourselves.
to it's good to cover both.
Yeah.
Might as well try to disable at least the main terminal access to it. Or the manager's access to it, so there's only one entry point to it.
Well,
Okay,
I think
so the
that's-
manager can't manage the club.
yeah, I was
That's
about
the
to say.
person. No, that's the
no,
person
you're
who
right,
needs it
you're right.
more. Arguably, it would make more sense to disable the server room, but I don't think you can do that.
No, they need
No,
to.
yeah.
We live in a lives connected to the internet. You just can't turn it off and expect things to be normal.
Also, like,
Fair.
to put this in perspective, just to so we can funnel our thinking a little. The point that you are being paid to do is to secure this place, while it's in operation.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
if they wanted to just not get robbed, they could just, not be open that day, close everything, turn everything off. But that would be counterintuitive because the reason why the Demon Noir gang is striking on that night is because that's one of their big, monthly meeting type nights. They're going to have, hopefully have, most of their paying members and VIPs in. And I think Sorry, while we've also been talking, I've been trying to... Yeah, okay. I think I broke this out so you can see everything.
Expand.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that should be all of my notes that you've got for the blueprints.
We're going to the
I
right.
wrote all this to be public-facing.
Might download the text file.
Yeah, I'll just download this too. Give me this.
There we go.
You want to grip the tiny scroll bar?
Nuts.
I need to put native fucking line breaks. What the fuck? Anyway, does anyone have any issues, comments, concerns, complaints, compliments on the potential plan so far?
No, I think it's good.
Seems like we've worked through most of the stuff.
So one point is so I can just get normal roof access and wait up there. I don't have to actually get climbing gear, right?
No.
Okay.
That was a joke I was making about you getting down fast.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I was just making sure.
But it sounds like from Lucky's earlier question, what Claymore is thinking is that, in case of emergency, Wolf can just sprint down either the access stairwell or the fire escape to get to the ground.
I mean, I do have parkour.
Parkour.
Oh, yeah, true.
I do believe that's limited in how many range bands you can hit at once. but-
Yeah, it's
That's very,
medium
very
range.
true, but
It's
you know.
short,
It's
but
medium
it's
range,
an extra
unfortunately.
way. It's a way to make
that's,
them.
that's
it's
fair.
a,
Yeah, you could shortcut a decent chunk of the fire escape that way.
Is it
Jump
basically
off the
easy to-
roof and then parkour through a window.
I mean, it's basically just like you
doesn't
pay one to just have a range band movement that just is uninhibited by terrain.
Yeah, but you still
Yeah.
need a place to move to in range. But yes.
Yeah.
But,
Okay. All right.
all right. So, now here's our next question I want to ask you guys. Do we want to, if we do so happen to get an encounter, do you want this to be lethal or non-lethal, or, just try to be non-lethal and maybe just kill them anyways?
I would do
I'm
not
always for
lethal and then
non-lethal.
see how much they fight back.
Well, what are rules of engagement?
Yes.
I would prefer non-lethal, if we can help it. Obviously,
Wolf, what is your rules of engagement? What do you feel?
I'm fine with non-lethal since they don't seem to be like the potentially dangerous type, but if it escalates, then we might need to escalate also.
well, yeah. If they come in with a fucking chain gun, I'm not gonna say don't use anything.
But, how are your non-lethal options, Wolf?
I have my combat gloves, and I do have I am skilled in brawl. So
All right, cool. Perfect.
I actually don't have any lethal.
Plus, I
weapons.
also now have 4 bronze, so
Strong.
I've got myself some baton rounds, so I got basically less than lethal rounds for my shotgun.
Okay, so I'm assuming you want to do non-lethal as well, Odin?
I did say I wanted to do non-lethal unless they escalate this drastically. So yes.
Yeah. Unless they start involving the guests, then yeah.
or if
Alright.
they like attack us with lethal means when we're in the way, then
Rules of nature. Now it's in my head.
Oh.
Thanks, Dallas.
Omega did basically
That's
just
much later.
remind us that they probably try to avoid killing people.
Okay.
I put the note
Actually,
there. You guys check out the ammo earlier.
Let me. Thank you, Law.
As I put in the notes, you know that the bouncers are similarly picking, less lethal. They usually just go with fists or batons, but they can be armed with stunners.
Okay. All right.
I have glue guns. I have glue grenades. I have my fists. My robot has his fists.
Oh, so that works.
All right. So everyone has non-lethal options. Everyone knows how we want to attempt this. We know where we want to defend, and we understand what their potential objectives are. Are there any other questions that we need to go through this? 3,
No, I don't think
Ooh.
so.
1.
what's the weather forecast for the day?
Oh, it's cyberpunk, so probably foggy,
gray.
Okay.
gray, dark, fog.
Well, this is not heavy rain.
It is Frisco, so
It's either like blinding sunlight or like uncomfortable hot desert.
I asked because I'm going to be on the roof.
That's
That's
fair.
fair.
well,
That
you
is
won't
fair.
have to worry about being out like in midday. But yeah, it's this is in San Fran, the San Fran block, so it will probably be foggy.
All right, then, Nuss, I think we are done, and we can actually move on to the job.
All right. Any material prep work that involves rolling skill checks you would like to do before you set out?
Well, damn it, now that you said that, now I'm going to go look.
No, he's got to check.
Now I got to check. Let me check these apps and programs. Is there anything? TACNEC is a K. That takes a lot.
Maybe good software.
It is good software, but Jesus.
I got a lot of shit.
Oh, that reminds me.
I don't have a lot of
Write a note about it.
cred, but you never know what might come in handy.
I got like 400 on me. Not much.
Probably going to be splurging after this job, but not before.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Because I need that 1,000 that I have right now for later.
Oh, you got big money. I only have 650.
Well, I'm only like 200 away from actually getting the neural interface, but
Springing for neural interface. Don't want the cranial comp?
not yet.
Fair enough.
Maybe eventually, but
Yep, nope, I got nothing right now.
All right, sounds like everybody is material prepared.
Yep.
Anything particular you want to say? Because we'll flash forward. To the basically the next evening. You guys spend this day ahead of time poring over the plans, planning this out. Having this discussion we just had out of character. In character, and probably longer.
Mm-hmm.
Wolf double checking how good his wind sprints are, etc. So. We cut forward to the next day. First of all, obviously that means there's a rest period. If any of you do have any wounds left over, you heal one naturally. You can clear out all your strain stuff. Fresh start. So any particular pieces of gear you wish to make sure you are carrying on your person as we roll up?
Let's see.
My glue grenade.
Yeah.
I would like to have that.
How do you carry your glue grenades?
That 2 of them are in my breast pockets. And now that I'm down one of them is in my back pocket. I'm covered in pockets
That's fair.
because it's a cyberpunk setting. So, and I'm definitely on the freak with a PH side of things. So
Let's see. I got.
with all the trappings that comes with that.
I definitely have my flashlight. I have my face breaker.
I got myself some. I got my cyber eye, my hunter goggles, motion tracker.
And then my normal
All my
combat
communication.
loadout.
On my communication devices.
I'm bringing everything I had. Listen, I carry my entire life with me right now.
Fair enough.
But that's some slap patches on the bandolier. I have a tac vest with my knife, my flashlight, handset, and holophone. A utility belt with a light pistol and spare mag. Then 6 cyber surgeon's kit, face blocker, and space tape.
Oh yeah, I also have a glue gun.
I can just clip to a belt. All right. Okay.
Shotgun
So
have
you
a
guys
before.
show up at the ball joint a little before operation time, for opening time. So it's still technically like late afternoon, early evening. You can barely see the wave of the sun cresting over the distant arcology towers that all face the seashore as the constant background radiation of the neon glow of Katakuricho starts to set in around you. Do you guys want to come in the service entrance or the main entrance?
I say service.
Servant entrance?
Service.
Service.
Yep.
So you guys, actually, this is a good question.
Actually, I want to come in through the main entrance.
Well, it's before it's before operating time, but I did want to bring this up. Hey, Jack owns a van now. Do you guys want to drive up in the van and park in the alley?
Yeah.
Our glow will not look out of place. It is bright neon pink with a bunch of laughing rabbit faces on it.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
human rabbit faces.
It looks, yes, exactly right. So yeah, you guys can go in through the, back members only door. Like I said, you can see the loading dock area. So there's a short hallway from this back door that runs kind of concurrent with the loading dock. This takes you to their kind of internal service elevator space that goes between the 3 levels, the stairwell up to the VIP. Obviously, you guys have your positions, but very briefly, Mr. Ikeda is there. He will, basically have you guys go out to the main room where the bouncers are. There are also technically present are the staff androids, but they're androids, so that doesn't matter. Yes, the service staff of this place is entirely run with bots. You've got, receptionist desk bot. You've got, bartending done by and waitressing done by androids, etc. But the bouncers are all, introduced to you, shown your faces so they know what's up. You can be given their, local frequency, so you can radio them and stuff. Stay in comms. I'm not going to detail half a dozen, X1 bouncer boys, but they come in the standard Rent-A-Goon template. They are all wearing suits that are at least one size too small from them because clearly they have been taking human growth hormones since at least high school.
Are they members of the Goonian?
Probably. All of them have, either like boxy square crew cuts or just shaved heads, wraparound mirrored sunglasses, little wireless earwig, comms. And generally they, all of them are paid to look like they are not here to have a good time, and they can give you a bad time too. Trying to think. They have no loud ties. So, and like I said, the rest of the club is definitely in this kind of like Neo-Crow / Cybergoth style. It is, glossy black surfaces, neon lighting everywhere. The stage has lots of, little laser light effects, fog machines, etc. And so you guys are going to take your places. Let's do this in kind of like, I guess, who has the longest trip first. Wolf, you're going to go up to the roof.
Yep.
Do you want to go, through the inner stairwell?
Yeah, we'll do the stairwell.
Okay, in stair. All right. So yeah, so you end up basically going out the front door and around to the stairwell and just go up 4 flights of stairs. You get to walk by the entrance, the signs and entrances for their business. You're briefly distracted as you walk, up the 2nd floor by the barbecue place.
Maybe after.
There's a sauna. There's a loan sharking business who, seem kind of not dead, but definitely they don't operate, way into the night, like publicly. So they've got like lights down low. And then there's just the pretty typical, the little roof access box. You go out the door, you're on the roof. It's a roof. There's some big whirling vent fans.
I'll kind of give it a kind of a one patrol around, just kind of make sure I know where everything is, and then find like either an AC unit or something to kind of find like squat and lean against as I just kind of wait.
Yep. Yeah, looks pretty normal. There's a little, I guess railing is the right word. There's a little railing or maybe some like chain link fence for security around the side because safety regs. There's the fire escape you can clearly see, which goes all the way up here. There are, like I said, a couple of big HVAC blocks. You can peer over the backside and see the alleyway below you. There's probably like at least one, digital billboard built onto the top of this thing, advertising something. You can't tell what. It just involves a lot of like super zoomed in shots of models' faces and like, weird swirling colors. What is this even selling? Who knows? And so then we're gonna have Jack's drone post up in the basement.
Hello.
Ready to rock and possibly sock. You've tried to remove the pun circuits. It's not working.
No.
It's like a deep code function. And
It's connected
Odin
to
is
central
also-
processing.
Sorry. Stripping my words. Odin is also going to post up in the basement area. That is a question. Odin,
Just repeat it.
you're going to post up in the basement as well?
I think it was the loading dock, right?
Loading dock connects to both places.
The loading dock is technically public, or at least it's for the building.
Did you hear me? It's freezing outside. It's so. All right.
Now's just trying to stage whisper, and it's
Instead of just muting
minimally
himself.
He's doing decently.
You're not. Okay. Yes. So, then that clarification. Do you want to be in the loading dock, which, like I said, that's technically a public space for the rest of the building, or do you want to be inside the basement service area?
I think it would probably be best for Shiv or Sam or whatever I'm calling him, bot name to be determined, to be in the basement area, just because I don't know, it'd be a bit weird.
He blends right in.
Oh yeah, no. I imagine if anyone sneaks in the basement, it's a situation where there's like a bunch of like drones and robots, and just one of them just suddenly steps out.
Yeah. So we did mention this before, that they have access to like machine shops and fab facilities. That's in the basement. So like the basement, there's a couple of mini fabs or even full size 3D printers, and there are just storage shelves like full of like different robot and drone bits. So Mr. Punchman Rock'em Sock'em can literally just like stand next to a rack of like arms and look perfectly normal.
Mm-hmm.
But for Odin, where do you want to place yourself?
I would like to be in the service dock, but
Okay, you can sit in the service dock. It's just like I said, that's technically outside the club.
I'm ready to move back in if I have to. Just get ready to use stationed with hunter goggles and a motion tracker, which is maybe kind of dumb actually.
Does anybody I should say anybody other than Claymore smoke? I'm guessing you start saying
Not cigarettes.
Fair enough. All right, okay. Yeah, so Odin, you're kind of lurking in the loading dock area. Are you actually gonna like get out your full kit of the hunter goggles and motion tracker and stuff?
How many people are like around the loading dock?
Like no, but if you're, you scope it out. Nobody's like in there all the time, but like I said, you'll occasionally see, wait staff from the barbecue place, up a floor, come down, go out the dock, do a delivery, stuff like that. If the club needs more inventory, you might see a delivery drone, roll up, and somebody have to come out and grab, cask of wine or something.
The awkward part is that this is a very easy entry point to get in if they know what they're doing.
I mean, like Claymore said earlier, sticking out's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna be here. I'm just gonna
chill with Kit.
I just have my kid out and just like.
That's fair. I just want
If they know I'm here, it means they're probably gonna have to try somewhere else.
And then this leaves, of course, those with the shortest trip. Jack and Claymore. Claymore, you're gonna post up on the mezzanine in the VIP area.
Yep.
And Jack, you are going to actually sit in the server room?
Yes, I will full blend with the wall.
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, bottom floor, the server/control room. It's very easy to see. There's basically like 2 doors. The room itself, just imagine it's a pretty square room. You've got like server racks and monitoring equipment along, a couple of the walls. You've got 1 door, which basically takes you right outside onto the stage/DJ booth. And then there's another door, which leads to the backstage. By the way, I note in my notes and on the blueprints, it says backstage, but as described, it's really like a hodgepodge or a hybrid. Like, it's as much a dressing room as it is a machine shop. And you actually probably see but like a wombo combo of like half dress mannequins and then half straight up like, oh, this is an android who's like, got her legs partially disassembled and is,
Does backstage have any other entrances?
Yes. The backstage would have an entrance, obviously, from the actual stage deck and probably from the main floor.
Okay. Then I do want to stick in the server room.
Through the little access area, the little you came through there when you went through the little access hallway from the loading dock as well. So that is probably the door that Odin is on the other side of. Is the stage door basically. And yeah, some of this is probably a little awkward, but remember the club is inside another building, so there's some weird layers and stuff.
What we got?
Some design drift. And Claymore up on the VIP area. It's basically as described. There is, the mezzanine area. It kind of is positioned so that it's kind of at an angle to the stage, so you can still see the stage there, but it's not like directly opposite or directly overhead it. There's a small bar up here. There is a, another bartender android here. This is the VIP area, so this is where they stock their good stuff. There's a little separate smoke room because you can smoke in here, but obviously, you don't want to necessarily disturb some of the hardware and stuff, so you go there. They got a couple of privacy booths if you want to have like a real, private party, and the rest is just, cushier chairs and hollow tables. You are the first one who gets a chance to look at the special collection they've got going on here, though.
Yes.
So, displayed, and you can obviously tell with, like AR overlay and stuff, they have 4 interesting little models collected. And I will copy these out for you guys. There is a MSMN 88 Puma model, which is an android which basically resembles an 80s cat girl. Big floofy hair, leotard, stuff like that. And yes, actually cat girl, like ears, tail.
Cute.
There is a YK2 model Denier bodyguard android.
Oh.
So it's a female bodyguard model designed for personal protection. This one is clearly like somebody's, a pet project. She's displayed with like several swords in a rack. Like you've got like a small combat knife, probably an actual like monofilament katana, a big like, two-hander Nodachi sword. But the android herself is dressed in a little black cocktail dress.
Cute.
And kind of got like, a short, a professional bob haircut, nothing to get in the way. there is a something that probably both Claymore and Wolf would find interesting. There is an SG-21. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Kantai model. This is actually a pretty old android. It was originally designed for Japanese maritime group to serve as onboard ship interface and recruiting tool. So it's basically dressed like a ship girl without the extra rig. So, she's wearing navy whites.
Interesting.
I can see why these are put on display.
Yes. And the last one is probably the most aesthetically interesting, though obviously probably the least valuable. It's a model which is just marked as Scrap Succubus. It's basically described as a human AFV, an armored fighting vehicle. It's a scav or nomad android. If anybody's played Fallout 4, I'm basically thinking the Assaultrons there. So very non-human faceplate. Its face just looks like a welding mask with some extra shit on there. The olive drab and desert tan armor is clearly from scrapped armored vehicles. Claymore probably recognizes oh, that's the side plate from a main battle tank or something. Or you've got a leg joint built out of a Humvee wheel well, but it's got a distinct feminine hourglass silhouette.
Nice.
So these are the four that are chilling on display.
I want them all. God damn it. I want my own Android collection. Son of a bitch.
Well, these are
But
they're not for sale. So
Claymore,
not
you
priced
are
right,
your
but
own-
most of these would be pretty expensive.
You are your own Android collection.
Yeah, I know. But listen, how am I going to start the robot revolution if I do not have my four kings?
You now want to cause a revolution. Okay. Piling on it. God damn it.
You're biting my shit, bro.
What are you talking about? Haven't you heard me talking about how I'm going to do my robot uprising by building a fucking by building my robotic convoy? I've been talking about that for a while.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't remember the. I don't remember the
I'm just saying the
revolution.
revolution aesthetic.
Anyway,
Listen. I think both Jack and Claymore can fit the little beret on their head. So you guys are all in situ. I just, Claymore was the first one to get a look, so we got it in there. So my last comment before basically, time for business hours starts rolling in is radio check. Once again, what's everybody packing and how are you in comms?
I have a handset and a holophone.
I have my brain.
Neural interface, yep, wireless.
Handset and holophone. Cyber Eye linked to phone.
Cybercoms.
All right, yeah. So you guys are all have radios and other devices. All right. So yeah, office hours, business hours basically start. So after a while, the automated, music starts up. They start playing low club music. Usually they would hire a DJ for this sort of time period and event, but there appears to be some slight booking confusion over what you guys were going to do. So they've got just the machine running it. Technically, because it's all piped in, if you want to, take a seat and you sit in the big chair, Jack, you can probably, set up, access the media player and hit randomize on the playlist, but, you can't get out there and do the DJ thing, without leaving the booth.
Omega, I have a question. The collection, are they in glass cases with display and stuff whatnot?
They are not inside a hardened case, so they are in little display alcoves.
Is there an open alcove?
Would there be an open alcove? I picked 4. Let me. Hold on, let's see. This is usually how. Yes, there's 2 open alcoves.
I will get a Claymore. Will stand in an open alcove and be very still.
That is very easy to do. What's my phrasing on cyborgs and breathing? You hold your breath for 30 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can tactically breathe, and literally otherwise do not have to make any other muscle movements.
Tactical
So, yeah.
breathing.
I am now scenery.
Yep. In fact, Claymore, go ahead and make me a easy stealth check.
Oh god, let me see here. Can I do this?
It's easy.
Wait, no,
Do you
don't
wanna
use
use-
D1. Don't use D1.
I see you typing. Do you want to use D1 or do you
No,
want
I
to use
don't. I got 3 agility, so it ain't the worst. But okay. 4 success, 1 threat.
Okay, take a strain. I know exactly how this will work. So, Claymore, you basically spend your first probably, let's say like, hour of your tactical shift. Like I said, business hours start. People start rolling in. You guys don't have, eyes explicitly on the front entrance. But so you just see people kind of as they filter in. There's a decent number of regulars who like start hitting up the bar or the tables immediately, and VIPs start to filter in. Also, I should say, Odin, you do clock probably at least half of the VIPs that Claymore will see. They arrive basically through the members only door from the alley.
Gotcha.
So they kind of nod there. Some of them probably do give you a little bit of like side eye, because like they don't usually see the bouncers kitted out like you do. But all of them can like physically walk up to the members only door and pass through it with just like their phone ID or another ID reader or something. So you presume that all of them are authorized to be there.
Hey,
Yeah.
Omega.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
How are you? Are you okay with me playing a little bit loose with deep pockets?
Kind of. What do you want with deep pockets?
A head cam.
Is that like over the cost ratio? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's 10 over.
I should. Do you have the 10 credits on you?
Yeah, I can spend the 10 credits.
Okay, I'll allow it. I really shouldn't stretch the limits of deep pockets because it's supposed to be specific, but it's a very small margin.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have it.
I'm gonna set up the camera pointing at the door and have that feed into my neural interface, and I'm gonna go out and DJ.
Okay, that works.
Because I have ADD and I cannot be bothered to sit in this room alone for however many hours. Jack would not be able to.
Well, and you
Just
produced the
one.
camera, so you came up with a solution.
I'm like, how can I get Claymore to not kill me and still DJ?
I appreciate that your mind on it says how to keep Claymore from killing you. I appreciate this on a level you don't understand.
You're feeding his intimidation ego.
I mean, it's not very hard.
But yes,
He's
okay.
very
So
intimidating.
what I was gonna say earlier to resolve why Claymore gets the strain. So basically, like I said, for about your first hour, you don't have like time to do any of your like you can't do any personal radio check-ins or anything because basically there is always a crowd like in front of your display case because this is hey, there's a new Android here tonight. What's this? Mr. Ikeda comes up a little to glad hand with the VIPs and I'm since this is a thing that happened kind of spontaneously, I'm gonna say that you guys did not pre-discuss it with him, but he, after a little bit of like a double take, he rolls with the punches, and does his best to kind of come up with a fake backstory. Which one did you say you wanted to be? Was it Mezuki?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he is fully painted out in Oni war paint.
Yes.
So yeah, no, definitely like this is going to continue adding to the Mezuki gag. He just runs with it like, oh yes, this is a very new model, very it's been a custom security android, by a promising new potential member. Yes. What do you think of their workmanship? Some people lean a little close, but Mr. Ekin has to be like, no, friends, remember, no touching the models outside of designated times. This is a full combat spec. You can see the weapons are included, kind of a thing. So you're not like quite physically harassed most of the time. There's definitely some of the VIPs, men and women, who get a little up close and are like, "Ooh, thigh muscle, ooh, biceps," before they get waved off. But nobody tries to like double check if your knife is real or anything, or any other
Oh, I'm
awkward questions.
stupid. Hey, can I take a? Never
What'd you
mind.
figure out? Okay, never mind.
I could have just left my sprite to patrol.
I mean, kind of. It's not really designed for that. The head cam is better.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Literally, you have, because you have neural interface. Basically, in your mind's eye, you have a tiny window that is just a literal constant live feed of the other door.
And it's pointed directly towards the back stage door.
Yeah, no. So I got that part. Yeah. So like you are correct. Like I do not believe it is physically possible to open that door without you noticing. Like somebody could like hide from the camera's view, but you can't. It's a sliding door. You can't open it without somebody being in view of the camera. That's easy enough to pull off.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. And so things, proceed as you would expect. Like I said, for the rest of you, you spend this hour as business fires up. Like I said, Odin sees some people come in. After her 10 or 15 minutes, Jack pulls the camera out, sets it up, and is like, DJs, firing up and stuff. Generally, it's still a little early in the night, so the crowds are a little mild.
What felt to Jack 2 hours? What felt like Jack to 2 hours was actually like 10 minutes.
Yeah, no. Also, I think Jack already has the rabbit helmet. I believe she's described it before.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, because she's got a full body like Enviro suit as her starting armor, so comes with the helmet.
Well,
so yeah, no,
Cognitive Usagi to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was thinking you probably don't get if at any point Jack does take a break in like the DJ set, an android probably does approach you and like offer you, bottle of water, maybe something stronger, but the stronger would be alcoholic, not energy based. So
in that case, Jack will gladly accept water occasionally, but she's very good at being very energetic for long bursts of times and then crashing like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Yes, everything's on silent. Makes sense. Yeah, you got all that stuff. You guys can listen into the bouncer frequency. They, do all normal stuff. Yeah, no, I would say there's probably a normal amount of bouncer activity. Like, it's only been, an hour, maybe an hour and a half, but they already probably have had to, like, hustle some people away. Some people show up to the club and like start just slamming back drinks, and they're already like, okay, buddy, you've had like 5 glasses of scotch, you need to stop. Kind of a thing, right? But that's not a lot of that. So it's all very mild as kind of, night sets in. All right, I was going to actually kind of describe the night phase with Wolf first, but since Aren stepped away, actually, honestly, we can also do this kind of like with Odin as well. Odin on the ground level, kind of this transition from like day to night, the full sunset and then day glow setting in is like very weird, especially because I assume you're full-time viewing this through your hunter goggles, right? So like, it's a little bit of a weird vibe. I don't know how many times like Odin has like done like door security before in his biz. Usually you're more of I'm
usually a door kicker.
You are active patrols or mobile security on moving things. So this is probably a little bit of a weird experience, as just like I said, like sunlight goes away and it's an alley, so it's not like super well lit outside, but like the background noise of Karakuri-cho and the surrounding neighborhoods is like constantly there, strobing across your lights as you look out. You can see, the mix of like thermal and light amp images, people coming and going. You can, in your hunter goggles very clearly see the steam as somebody, takes a BioBoard carton of like, barbecue beef rack or pork ribs or something, and stack of dumplings down.
That's
Jumps
that
in
meat,
a
that's
little
that vat
little
meat
scooter.
stuff, right?
In Karakuricho, yeah, probably.
Hmm.
It's probably VAT-based, not actual pork ribs.
Or it doesn't taste terrible. Or meat's a canvas food anyway.
Listen, it's all about the seasoning and flavors, baby.
For
Yeah,
sure.
actually, this is in my notes. VAT cloned meat, the taste is mostly correct. It's the texture that's usually off about it because
That's the kicker,
it
yeah.
can't, like,
Yeah.
it's muscle tissue you're cloning, so it can't, like, they can't VAT imitate the effect of, like, a cow living its life,
Interesting.
But so
And this is why I like breakfast burritos so much. A lot more authentic.
Definitely at some point probably Odin smells or sees probably an order of barbecue chicken, which is real. That is somebody killed a chicken and turned it into barbecue. So
Chickens are still dirt cheap.
yeah, and are easy to handle in urban environments. You can build chicken coops basically anywhere. Put them in a crate, move them. Hard to move a cow.
Chicken is one of the only sustainable meat product making. Just because of how much you can make.
It's an interesting vibe as this sets in, and like I said, you get an occasional side eye Odin, but for probably the first couple of hours, as it gets to be like 7 or 8 o'clock, nobody like sticks out to you. It's all like like I said, the wait staff from the barbecue place a couple of floors up are just like, whoa, never seen a goot outside before, with the goggles. But
I mean, listen, that's kind of the point.
Yeah, I know.
If I don't see anything, that's good.
So, all right, Aren is back. So I was also going to say, as we do this kind of day-night transition, Wolf, you're up there leaning against an AC unit, which is, overtime huffing, whirring. How does Odin kind of like kill time to himself, because it is very non-stimulating, shall we say, up here.
I'm sorry, are we talking about Wolf or Odin?
Wolf, sorry. Yeah,
okay.
Wolf on the roof.
I mean,
Odin is also kind of nuts, but he's got some stuff to see.
Probably thinking of like poems and stuff like back from his homeland and stuff like probably the same sort of things that he did back during the war when he was like waiting in ambush, is just keeping the mind occupied with something trivial that doesn't require too much attention for him to like. So like, as I said, songs, poetry, just kind of, going over them in his mind's eye.
Yeah, you're gonna sit there and compose haikus. It's a little different of a version. The art form is to be taken from natural inspiration, and other than holographic cherry trees, there's not a lot to go on. Sadly, I was working on the new media section for this purpose. Sadly, games are at the bottom of the list, so I didn't get all the way through there and describe like common AR games and stuff. But they would exist. You'd be able to run them. Get some cookie clickers.
Sorry, I just took mental strain. Claymore's login streak and all his games he was playing beforehand has been shattered. There's no going back.
Being dead does not fix that, sadly.
No,
Just
it causes it.
There's no login insurance. Fuck, that'd be a thing, wouldn't it?
Maybe we'll talk about
Login insurance.
I think that's a thing now.
Wolf is
Also written my login streak as well.
Wolf, you're just kind of like chilling, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just kind of, you get to just kind of watch the nighttime effect set in. Like I said, the natural sunlight as it fades is replaced with the backlight of this refuge hood, and the background noise. Like I said, you can hear the of the AC unit behind you, but also
You probably hear the music.
you hear a little bit of the music from the club downstairs, but also you are hearing the street music. There are buskers, street performers. There are, places that just have open doors and like bead curtains who are playing their music at full volume. So you can probably hear about like 5 different Pacifica pop songs going. you know,
Wolf might move his head to the ones that he likes.
yeah. Because there's definitely some that would be a little more, like I said, like J-pop inspired than others. You can hear, cars and scooters rolling by, occasional, honking, beeping. As the day gets later on, you start to hear the usual, hustle and bustle, people, chatting, yammering, yelling over crowds. As it starts to get much later and people start getting actually shit-faced, there are, drinking songs and drunken shanties coming out, which are in half a dozen different languages. You'll hear, Japanese, folk songs over like traditional sea shanties over, other things. Yes, no, there's at least one Yakuza protagonist out there tonight, and you can hear the music sting, and then, some guys getting beat up by a moped.
Why don't we hear subtitles?
Sorry, I just...
Yeah. What? No, you're not near any water features, at least. So there's no.
I thought I wouldn't be hearing heat action today.
But yeah. Also, because one of my other big touchstones for this is sleeping dogs. There's definitely that one guy selling you the pork bun, and you can hear him for like blocks. You need a pork bun.
Really selling it.
Listen, that's how you do business.
He's
Yep.
trying.
Man, if I wouldn't have the fact that I need to keep this armor, or if these displays were more interactive, I would totally be pulling off some sick poses right now. Damn it.
You have to wait for your moment. But
so
after about a couple of hours of this, the place is full up. The VIP area is quite full, actually. Not quite at capacity, but pretty near it. You do notice, Claymore, that people are not necessarily using the privacy booths much tonight. They seem to be kind of out there and stuff. Because it is kind of like they're having their, regular membership meeting. Yeah, so let's see. Where do we want to start with some activity? Honestly, probably the first one to have an opportunity to notice a few things. Odin, you're on ground level. You're looking out. Go ahead and give me a... You're actively looking. Let's call this a hard perception check. Does Hunter Goggles remove black or add boost dice?
It removes blue. It removes up to 2 black, and I remove extra 1 for my cyber eye, so I can move up to 3.
Yeah, so you don't need to worry about it.
But the motion tracker does add 2 blue for to locate or track things that have moved recently.
Let's not include that right now because this is
Okay.
just your general perception. But do keep that in mind for future checks as needed.
Let me go just get the dice roller out because I, again, Lucky,
You
don't
just
trust
wanna
D1 anymore.
That's fine. Listen, he's chaos mode.
It's hard, right?
I feel like I'm the only one that
Yes,
trusts D1
give me a hard
anymore.
perception.
All right, let me double check everything else for this.
Because D1 was always chaotic with you.
Exactly.
Roll trust. Well, guess what? It was only bad dice, Loth. So, none of the letters in trust are good dice. That is a gag that only works in the video version.
Oh yeah, that's true. Anyway, let's keep going.
Yep.
I got 2 success.
Okay, so 2 success. Like I said, at about this mark, that you see probably the last of the night's VIPs roll in, and including actually you see escorted a small cadre of androids. Not quite as distinct a model as the special things up on the VIP area, but you actually see with some accompanied by some ladies and gentlemen who are wearing some very expensive fashion cuts. A couple of them have brought their own jumpsuited technicians. About another half dozen very cutting edge androids. Looks from a couple of different industries. There are obviously some social ones and some interaction ones. But also one's dressed like a full blown lab coat kind of a doctor thing, and kind of get in there. That was 2 success, right? Any advantage?
No.
Okay. So these guys kind of all pile in. You can see them behind you. Because they're going to the backstage, they do ask to be let into the stage door. That is the door you were covering, Odin. So are you going to let him in?
Check the client list.
I might as well cross. I can quickly cross reference them, right? Can't I?
You got your phone on you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can tap into the local network. Yes, your phone would. If you want to go so far, your phone has like QR or.
I mean,
or
it's
face
my
ID,
eyes.
you
I
can
could
check
just
them.
check
Oh,
my
right, yeah,
eye.
no, your eyes plugged to your phone. Yeah, so you don't even have to. That's right. Yes. So yeah, you're even subtler than I thought you would be. Yeah, so you can quickly like double check their faces and stuff with the client list and ID them. Yes,
they're all-
no, everybody in this group is supposed to be there.
I let them through.
So, you open the door for them. You do notice with your 2 success, in the alleyway behind this group of people, as the cars they came in start to drive off, there is someone dressed probably like you think like a courier or a bike messenger. They're wearing like they've got like a light street bike, and they've got like motocross pads on. They linger by the loading dock and light up a cigarette.
I take a picture of my eye.
Okay. Yep.
I'll wait a bit before I set it into our group chat.
Okay.
About suspicious person. Just keep track of it to see if you like it on your ends.
Jack leaves you on red.
Yeah. So yeah, and like I said, this person is average height and build, kind of in the washed out look of the hunter goggles and stuff. It's a little hard to tell facial features, but they've got kind of short cropped dark hair, and probably they spend the longest 10-minute smoke break in the world just chilling. With that out of the way, then actually let's see. Odin, you're not being stealthy, right? So you're just standing there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder. There's no skill for assessing people. I mean, I think you can cold read with vigilance, but
I would just be perception, honestly.
let me see. How besides the goggles and you have the motion tracker, how is Odin kitted out right now? You've got your armor, but that's got streetwear on it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that looks kind of like casual clothes.
I just agree a guy with a messenger bag and maybe a I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah. I don't need to wear my bandoliers because I don't have to in them, so I don't have them on.
Yeah. And you've got your shotgun in hand, slung over the shoulder.
Slung over the shoulder. I'm I can grab it single maneuver.
Yeah. All right. Motion tracker in your offhand, phone in your pocket. Yeah. So I won't. I'm thinking about if I want to do any kind of reactive rolling there, but I should probably put the rolling on you guys. Be more player facing. But yeah. So with your perception check, you've noticed this guy, and just after, like I said, after the longest, 5 to 10 minutes of a smoke break, has one of the has I don't know how many of you remember Metal Gear Solid 4, but has Snake's little portable ashtray. Fucking tucks it away, slaps it in.
I love that thing.
And kind of unslings a courier bag from their little scooter, and they go not all the way through the loading dock, but they go into the loading dock and then out into the stairwell and presumably up. Anything you want to do about this, Odin?
How many are there?
Just one.
Just one.
Like I said, dressed like a bike messenger. They have.
I already took 2 pictures of them, right?
Yeah. You took a picture of them.
I'm just gonna mark down that they went in, and I have a gut feeling, but I don't want to shoot someone for a gut feeling. So
yeah, ROE.
Especially, no offense, our gut feelings are usually bad.
Or only half true.
If
So-
if you want to, this is an option, so remember, you can stop and accost them and demand to know what they're doing there. It's like, if they are someone genuine, they can get pissy, and even if they are here to cause trouble, they can get pissy. But you don't have to let them go, even in a public space. You can be an ass about it.
It is my job to kind of be an ass about it right here.
Well, like I said, they would not be heading directly for your door when they come in the building, so you would have to kind of like move away from your position a little.
Dude, don't do that.
If you want, you can stop them before they go like up the stairs.
Actually, I will.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's
what do you
fair.
say to them?
It's like,
No,
hey,
it is an option. That's why I ask.
No, I understand. I just think this would be a perfect time to sneak through.
The risks, baby.
I guess I move a little bit and then like wait for them to come closer. So like saying like, unless they ignore me, if like being like, hey.
Yeah, if you go for a hey and like a come over here, they just kind of like hold up their messenger bag and like make some sort of vague gesture upwards. Like
who's it
trying
for?
to indicate delivery. Okay, so you ask who's it for? Not you, buddy.
This is more Axe 404s because he didn't think that the person would just say him fuck off.
No, I was
But it's like,
I was just ready. Like, why don't I respond to this?
Exactly, you 404 because someone told you to fuck off.
It's
what
like,
do I do about this? Well, feel free to spin the drives.
because it's like I have my native driver is like cute, but that's not getting that's not an answer.
Liz, it's not addressed to you. What do you want? Wow, that got real Jersey. That's not the correct answer.
Well, he's not French. You could go ahead.
You from East Coast?
I'm going upstairs. What do you want? Do I come to where you work and like call you out of your job? Clock's ticking, buddy.
I mean, if you want to, you can.
No, they're gonna. With that response, they're definitely like, no. They just shrug and they're gonna go in the stairwell door. You will not have to like either physically move or do something else to get them to stop. Like they don't want to engage in this conversation anymore. Allegedly, they have shit to do. Actually, no. Even if they're a criminal, they got shit to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so any further engagement with that person, or are you gonna let them?
No, if I get a good look at them, I'm just see if I can take a picture of my eye.
Yeah. You've got several pictures of them.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just mark it that someone's going in.
Yep. And you said that you would let a few minutes pass. So would that be like after they go inside up the stairs, or would
like
a smoke break? You would show these guys the picture.
Probably like when they're taking the smoke break, if it's like not like a short one.
Yeah, like I said, they take this guy takes a long time to smoke a cigarette.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah, all of you would receive on your appropriate devices, though obviously.
Wait, Claymore, you can't have you don't have like a brain link into your full cyborg? Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Claymore can't look at that right now. Yes.
The only one that has a brain link is me.
Wolf also doesn't get the picture either.
Yeah. Do you just have the your cybercoms, right? Do you have?
Yeah. Once I get the neural interface, it'll like hook up and act that way. But I don't have the neural interface yet.
Yeah,
so.
you don't have an I part yet. Do you have an H phone?
Not on him.
Okay, all right. If you didn't bring it, yes. So
you will get over your cybercoms. Odin harassing a courier, possibly involved.
Well, yeah, Odin can like talk. It's just that he can't. Some of you can't see the pictures.
Yeah.
Jack, for you see what looks like a probably standard for a bike messenger. Like I said, in street pads. Where. If you guys actually calmed, I do think that Claymore does have a good comment. Let's put break for clock ticking.
Actually, here's a question. I do have a holophone. Can we get earpieces?
Yes, that would have, because those can be AR instants. You can have an earwig.
I will have an earwig then, at least. So I can at least,
yeah.
Even if I can't respond, I can hear.
Yeah. If you wanted to talk sotto voce, you would need cybercoms on your end. Yeah.
Well, Odin, Let us know if he leaves.
I'll let you know that.
Doesn't.
I'll let you know if he comes
Doesn't, we
back
got
in the next
problem.
5 minutes or 5 to 10. If he doesn't, I'll make it known.
Regular check-ins are important. By the way, in the basement, because this is another thing that ADD Brain Jack is monitoring. Samurai Slam is just chilling.
Okay.
There have been no basement anythings just yet. At some point, probably during these, like I said, it's probably been like, a couple hours in. You probably, his camera feed does note Mr. Ikeda, come down, go to the manager's office, actually like work on some stuff, etc. Sometimes the service androids come down the dumbwaiter, either to get more booze or drop off like empty bottles of stuff. Very rarely do they come down and actually like, with loose cash and stuff. Apparently it does seem like, the clientele of the ball joint is weird enough that they do occasionally tip the androids. Not like a lot.
Hey, gotta
know.
respect. Gotta respect.
It's an odd one, but they would not be doing. I do not believe Mr. Ikeda would be accessing the wall safe just yet. You only do intake and outtake, like start a business.
So the manager's office is in the basement?
Yes.
Okay, that was unintentionally super efficacious then. I'm really glad I stashed him down there.
I think that's why the rest were okay with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, well, actually, speaking of Jack, just because I enjoy your suffering, I would like you to make me a hard vigilance check. Please add a black die because you are currently DJing. I knew it.
Lucky it was not gonna matter anyway.
I know.
I will say this. It's not related to like you don't see like the door open or anything. This is a different thing because you're actually
I know.
in the field.
Man, I might ask my
Hard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Spoilers, if these guys have stealth okay.
Wow, that was way less bad than I thought it would be.
It's a failure with threat, my dude.
Yeah, but look at what I rolled.
Yeah, no, you rolled a success advantage.
I have a single green.
You only have one cunning? Oh wait, no, Will. Excuse me.
It's Will.
Yeah.
Sorry, my
Will.
I'm sorry. I phrased that as vigilance because I was assuming that Jack is not actively looking at the crowd.
No, I'm actively looking at the door.
Watching the
if the door have to make a check, then I have to make a cool check, and that I have
no.
a
Actually,
lot.
that would be perception for no.
I still have good perception.
Yeah, no, but you're better at that. Yes, no. So, Jack, this is the greatest DJ set of your life. If you have, fucking demo reels, like you can fucking pass those out. The crowd is really into it. That said, I will say with your 2 threat, you really get the music pumping. You follow the crowd. They're more like, whoa, yeah, make some noise. You get that really boosted. So for Jack, Odin, and Claymore, if you have to make any audio-based skill checks, please note that you've got a setback die from how fucking loud
that's
it is right
perfect.
now.
Do you want to know what Jack's preferred music is?
What?
Heavy industrial EDM thrashcore.
Oh yeah, no, I figured yes. No. Wolf, you can also probably hear this from the rooftop, but you don't take any penalty for it. Speaking of which, Wolf, I would like you to make me a hard perception check.
All right.
Because I assume that you are actively perceiving.
Yes.
At this band, they actually use heavy machinery to generate the noise.
Have you ever had your BPM generated from an industrial mining grinder?
Would there be any black?
You're on a rooftop, but it's backlit.
Yeah, I've heard of leather.
1 black die for concealment.
Okay.
It is technically low light, but it is not. Once again, not that dark. Funnily enough.
Probably not dark enough that I pulled on my flashlight yet. So.
No.
Jesus. Rude.
Okay. All right. Okay.
This is why we don't
I
trust
was
you.
not me for once.
This is perfect. Yes. Okay. So, Wolf, you are actively looking around. You are keeping an entire, grip on this situation. You are following along. You've had to filter your cybercom feeds a little. Like you had to do the cybercom equivalent of go into Discord and turn Jack way down.
Yes.
and so on and so forth. But you're trying to keep everything out. You know, you're working on all your business. And what you get for your trouble is somehow completely unbeknownst to you, you hear, you know, the classic gun safety click off sound, and you feel the, you know, tiny circle of probably honestly, you know, small caliber with a suppressor attached press into your back, and you just hear a low voice, somebody very obviously trying to like disguise their voice, say, "Who are you supposed to be, pal?"
Just a lonely little bird.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get you that stun sword.
Yeah,
That
it's fine.
shocks.
I'm just trying to think what the response to this would be. Probably something like, "Well, it's time for you to fly away, then, little bird."
Mm.
We don't like to do anything nasty, but I need you to get on out of here. Would this Statling have? No, they would not actually have coercion. They're not
Through
actually used to
through
threatening
my
people.
cybercom and unvoiced to the person behind me, I will say to the group, contact roof.
Yep, fair enough. No, you can actually do that with cybercoms. You don't have to verbalize anything. Okay, so these guys are alerted that something is going on the roof. But yeah, no, you're being held at gunpoint, Wolf. What do you want to do about this? Are you waiting back for a response from your teammates?
I'm just gonna let's see. So he's leaving would be a problem. You see.
More problem than staying. Push with gun. Actually, no, yeah, they're probably gonna start pushing with the gun to try and like chivvy you towards the fire escape. Actually, this is a good question. How is I forgot to ask this earlier because I know I just want to make sure if you guys have anything you want to leave out. How is Wolf geared up and dressed right now?
He
You got
has
your sword on you,
no
right?
he has no obvious weapon. Well, he has a courier bag, which might have a hilt sticking out of it.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
But he has no apparent armor on.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So you're just
Though he is wearing a face breaker.
yeah, face block. Yeah, you honestly you probably look like a courier or an urbex right now yourself. But yeah, no. So yeah, just probably gonna press the gun to your back and like start pushing you towards the thing.
I'll
Also,
take a
I
few.
want to point out, yes, I know that Lucky and or Claymore would have shot him at this point, but these guys are Phantom Thieves types. They do usually use bullets only as a last resort.
Wolf will take a few steps and then try and time the poke to kind of sidestep it and then engage in brawl.
Remove hand.
No. Brawling. In that case, let's go ahead and do this as an opposed brawl check because you're basically going to try and.
I'm pretty much trying to get his arm to like beside me and then grabbing the hand and like disarming.
You're going to try and do like a disarm grapple, and this guy's going to try and not fall for that. So roll me whatever your brawl pool is versus 1 red, 1 purple.
Okay.
While he is rolling, any of the rest of you doing anything about this alert?
Nope.
Yeah, okay, figured that one.
Oh, just because subdue. It's just because technically he can't. If he leaves, it gives him an opening. So right now it's a situation of like, if it escalates, he might go. But right now
I did just say contact. I didn't say any sort of alert. So
yeah,
Probably not.
Come on, dice. Why you do this to me?
This is why I say you don't trust D1 no more.
You won.
Okay, all right. So the end result of this is you do not get the gun like disarmed normally. But what I think happens is you go for your classic like spin, arm bind, twist the wrist, perfect move.
It is not
This
perfect.
person is a little more agile than you're thinking. He by the way, because you actually like turn your body to see him, he was completely in your blind spot before.
Mhm.
This is a person that would be of a similar height and build to the person I described Odin seeing earlier, but not exactly alike. And they are dressed differently. Instead of wearing like kind of like biker gear, basically, this person is dressed arguably very similarly to how Wolf appears, like loose but like long sleeve jacket, got some like elbow pads, knee pads, wearing the Tubby style like parkour shoes and stuff. Got like a full body lightweight suit under. But they are also wearing basically their own version of a face blocker, which is they have a small black sky. If my audio changes because I pulled back to do the cover my face gesture, which doesn't work on a microphone. Um, they're wearing like a small like black bandana over the lower half of their face, and their eye line is covered by a black domino mask. Also, he's got gloves on. In case that wasn't apparent. But yeah, so what happens is when you go for the wrist twist, this guy just turns it into a fucking cartwheel. Like he just kicks off the roof and goes with the motion and like cartwheels up and over you. But obviously because you're doing a gun hold, you are not in the line of fire, so he doesn't do the dumbass thing of like pulling the trigger when it doesn't matter. And basically you are locked in a grapple with this guy. He cannot bring the gun to bear on you, but you have not yet got the gun out of his hand. I think it's probably time to roll initiative. If the rest of you guys want to get involved in this, you may roll your cool. But if you are not planning on getting involved in this, you do not have to roll.
I do not plan, so I will not roll.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
What is the range of sparks? Or sprites,
rogue
rather?
Range?
Yeah.
I mean, he has autonomous functions. He doesn't have to be remote, so like technically he can go as far as your radio range is, which is
No,
like
my sprite, not
oh,
Sam.
your sprite. Sorry. That's gonna be shorter. That's a micro drone. That's probably like long range radio contact.
Okay, so it
could
can
go all the way
up to the roof then. I will roll then.
All right. Keep in mind, the only thing your sprite is allowed to do is give you a boost die on a certain check pool. And maybe if you need to push over a pyramid of cans.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about distraction.
It can't do that.
Damn.
I mean, it can physically like run into the guy's head, but it's not gonna like cover.
No, yeah, that's kind of what I'm
And my
thinking.
distraction is actually did I make that a talent? If it's not a talent, I should make it a talent. Vigilance. Okay, so yeah. Odin, are you rolling?
He is not.
Oh yeah, I take that as a no. Now this is very curious. Okay.
We got to weave.
So yeah.
Oh no. Omega rolled twice.
Yes, I know. You may realize there are two NPC slots in this discussion. We'll get to how that works in a second. But technically, you've rolled a PC slot first. So, Wolf, if you would like to take first action. No, I asked Axe. Question, Loth.
Yeah.
Dallas is in this. He knows what he's doing.
Yep.
Wolf would like to go first.
I rolled.
Yeah. Wolf will continue to grapple with the individual, trying to get the gun away. He's definitely using the strength of his cyber arms to his advantage whenever possible.
Okay. In that case, yeah, because you've already established you got him. Roll a brawl check, basically, as we've established before, opposed.
So it still does red purple, right?
Yep. And I'll leave it as opposed as rather than basically, I could have you roll not opposed and then try and fish for advantage, just disarm him. But okay, no. All right. So with 1 success, 2 advantage. 1 success is all you need. You can get the gun away from him. It's basically a light pistol with a suppressor on. With 2 advantage, you could do other combat check stuff with that, but also I would allow you to spend that 2 advantage to get control of the gun, so you could have it.
Yeah, Wolf will. I'll use those two for that purpose, and he'll just like quickly like grab it, pull it, and like kind of holster it on his belt.
Yep. Yeah, it sticks in your belt. Okay. That was your action, so you still have maneuvers and stuff left. Talking is not a free action; it is a thing you can do.
So I will maneuver to communicate through my cybercom. So the guy in front of me will notice me like put my finger up to like behind my ear.
Yep.
But then not say anything. And I'll say to the group, mark disarmed. I'll then speak with my other maneuver to, or no, I just want to have one maneuver.
You don't have to do a maneuver. You can just speaking is a.
So care
as
to
long as it's a short sentence.
care to explain yourself now that you don't get your gun? And then that'll be the end of my turn.
So it goes to this guy. Kind of notes you grab the gun, spun it around. Kind of looks at wrist, looks at you. You do the gesture. Oh God, sorry. I'm trying to think like what, because you said you were just a little bird earlier. What's the cop of birds?
The cop's a
Hawk.
Yeah, I guess a hawk would probably be it.
I guess technically a Nightwing, if that's a bird.
No, that's just a DC superhero.
I know that's the joke. He's a cop.
I don't know. I would if I would say something, I would call him a fucking pigeon. It's like fucking everywhere and make more messes than they solve them.
Yeah, I think So, just probably go like, wow, strong little pigeon, aren't you? Well,
I did.
Does a big arm sweeping gesture. Well, here. Have my card. Does some fucking street magic and is going to pitch a business card at your face area. So, I'm gonna roll. What's your range defense?
I have 1.
Okay. These guys know how to throw cards. All right. 1 setback. Let's see if you can do anything. Wow, geez, 5 successes. Okay. Don't worry, you're not really taking wounds from this.
It's in your hand now.
Monofilament card.
I'm actually tapping. It's like, do we have like fucking like metal cards with sharpened edges that we could just throw at people?
I mean, probably, yeah. You'd be able to get,
Business shurikens, essentially.
carbon fibers and monofilament stuff. But no, this is not designed to be weaponized. I will say, though, with a successful check there, do take 1 strain.
Okay.
Actually, does your config of face blocker cover your eyes?
Probably not.
Yeah. So yeah, no. Yeah, you get a piece of bioboard or polymer, flimsy, like right in the eye. And then basically he's going to use that opportunity to just haul ass. He runs over towards the opposite side where the fire escape is, and basically has to stop at the lip of the roof, where you now see that what you may have mistaken at a different time or just not noticed because your mind's eye thought it was just like a clothesline or a power line. There is actually a rappel cable that has been snuck across to the next building over. And he's going to prepare to skedaddle back across that line. But that will be next time, because, he threw some shit at you and you got to maneuver. Also, by the way, there's a black diamond on the card that's in your eye. he'll take a boost die on his next thing with his advantage. So it is the next PC slot. That is Jack. You've been informed that the guy has been disarmed, but no other updates have been forthcoming.
I will send my sprite drone up to the roof.
Okay. Well, you'll start because it has to move,
Yeah.
through the building.
I don't think a sprite's probably that fast, honestly.
No.
I mean, it can do the maneuvers, but yeah, it's gonna hover along with one round of maneuvers because it has no wound threshold or anything, so it can't take strain for extra maneuvers. You can probably get it to the base of the stairwell this turn.
That's fair.
All right, and that leads us to
This
our second
little,
NPC slot. So, Wolf,
Pink
as you're
and
recovering
black hornet.
from having a card in your eye, and you're kind of trying to figure out what's going on, bam! The roof door kicks open. You see a guy who matches a physical description, if somebody gave it to you, of a guy that Odin saw downstairs, but now there is a hastily pulled up scarf over the head there, and out of his messenger bag, he is going to pull a stunner. And I am actually going to attempt to stun you. So we're going to roll an actual...
But is it a stone cold stunner?
1 defense.
Yeah. 1. I will add the concealment for this as well, because this is a proper ranged attack. So you got a couple setback die here. But it's only 1 purple, because I'm assuming you're middle of the roof. Okay, well, just straight up your success. So that will be 8 stun damage before soak. You still get soak for this.
Okay.
As basically, like I said, this guy sees the situation and just draws a stunner, lines it up with your body, and just there's that whee, like a tiny lightning crack as, ow! You've been electrolasered. It sucks. How much strain damage do you take from that, actually?
I took 3.
Okay. Yeah, you know, just the successes. Comfortable.
So I'm down 4 total, so.
Yeah, it tingles. Doesn't feel great.
Probably,
but it is now
probably
top of the
catch it
round.
like in my arm or something.
Yeah. Oh, and that is EMP. So your let me actually see. You suffer wounds from an EMP weapon. Yes.
Oh no.
So your arm is down and your cyber
Comms are down.
You can bring them up until the end of the encounter, which may not actually be that long. You can bring them up with an average cybernetics check. But yeah, so it is the top of the round.
I mean, I would assume you're taking the first initiative, so.
As my arms just go.
Oh, also, by the way, all of you can tell whatever like comms feed you have with Wolf is
Just got cut.
they just hear the fucking hang up dial tone noise. Beep beep.
Wolf
But,
glances at the individual like making their escape to the line, and then looking at the guy that just stunned him.
They are wearing matching face scarves.
Okay. You said it was an action to try and get my cybernetics back?
Yes.
All right, well, I'm always going to make it more difficult for him to stun me again. Wolf just kind of like quickly steps over to the guy who's talking to him and just like kind of gives him a straight kick to the chest.
All right.
Fortunately, I'm now at Brawn 3.
I thought you were Brawn 4.
No,
But my cybernetics are down right now.
Oh! I'm sorry. I was not paying attention.
I got EMP'd.
Yeah, he used a stunner, which has the EMP tag. It's an electro laser, so.
Wait, does EMP just? I thought you had to spend Vanish for EMP. Do you not?
No, if you are hit with a EMP weapon.
Holy shit.
I should actually specify suffer damage.
Okay.
Mm,
Wait a minute, but my. Okay, I know this is really weird, but I hit that
Which
dude
person are
with
we
shot
thinking?
gloves would have EMP, and so he should have been taking that, not been able to use his cybernetics and all that stuff.
Which cybernetics are you thinking of?
He had those things
The
that would jump.
Cyborg Ninja.
That's BioWare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Never mind.
those are Bioware.
Okay, never mind.
Artificial muscles.
That is the line EMP weapons have no effect on.
Okay.
Is it RP for the difficulty for this guy also?
No. Yeah, this is not a pose. If you're just kicking him, it's just PP.
Okay.
They don't have any melee defense.
Okay, I remember that. I just gotta tickle somebody.
Nope, just take a second for it to do it.
Join me. Disregard D1.
I'm gonna be the only person rolling D1.
Never mind. Nothing else that will do anything.
Can I, even though I didn't hit him,
Axe,
make him
I appreciate
drop
your,
the stunner?
I
thought?
believe so. Let me double check the chart. I don't think you have
Nothing I will ever do will make my rolling better.
But I believe yes. I think you can make them drop their thing for 3. Let us double check the chart.
Ba-ba-da-beat-up.
Force the target to drop a melee or range weapon they are holding. Yes, that is not require a successful hit. So yeah, you can make him drop the stunner for 3 of those.
And then I'll recover one strain with the other.
You go for like a chest kick, and he like tries to start leaning out of the way, basically back inside the stairwell door. So you turn it into, you just put the tip of your boot into the butt of the gun, and it just goes flying up out of his hands and out into the air. Clatter. Ah, shit, he says. All right, okay.
And
you
I'll
have
be
another maneuver if you want it, but you want to just call it there.
Is he out on the roof or is he still in the stairwell?
Nah, he's kind of in the doorway.
Okay.
So he's technically inside the stairwell.
With the maneuver I have, then I will kick the stair door closed enough to make a racket.
Okay. Do you even need a maneuver for that? I think opening doors is incidental.
I do believe it's incidental.
Yeah,
I figured it'd be a
opening doors is
maneuver to
incidental.
do it in a particularly noisy fashion. So
No, I don't really. He already kicked it open, so yeah, you can just
Okay.
slam it back shut, basically.
Okay, back shut.
Which means that he has to take a second to open the door. You hear faintly from inside the roof door, double bitch.
Oh, actually, no. Interact with the environment. Opening and closing a door, whether it's an electronic blast or a simple door with latches or hinges. Open and closing it takes a maneuver.
Okay, so it was a maneuver. All right, yeah, so that's your maneuver then,
Yep. All right. That's fine.
or your second maneuver.
That was in the combat section anyway, so I was like, let me double check.
That's fair. Yes, I was also double checking, but yeah, you got there first. Okay. All right. That was the first PC slot. It is now an NPC slot. I will do the smart thing and have the other guy go, and just with au revoir, blows kisses. Holographic black roses come out of somewhere. So these guys have swift. He doesn't really rappel along the wire. This guy just fucking wire walks across to the other doorway, the other rooftop.
Sorry, just my internal monologue.
Yes, no. These guys are a Phantom Thief gang. They are incredibly extra. That's going to be his entire turn, though, is just getting back across. So now it is another PC slot. Jack, your sprite feed is at the bottom of the stairwell.
Can it see the doofus?
No. because you don't really have that field of motion. Your whatever it has for microphones, though, probably would have heard the slam and then the second slam.
Okay, Claymore, you'll get a ping on your phone. Or do you have comms?
No, I can hear. I cannot speak though, or move.
He's got an
Oh,
earpiece.
that's fine. You'll get a ping over your earpiece that Wolf is currently in combat. Do we engage?
I can't speak. I can't move.
Odin, you will also
You
get this.
could probably like very short, like click noise.
Well, you can
Remember,
text Jack's. Remember, you can text Jack's brain.
No, I can't.
He is pretending to be a statue right now.
Oh,
Basically.
right.
Remember, he's the human statue. I say you could attempt to do like a mic click check because if you really wanted to like one for yes, two for no kind of a thing. Because remember, the music is very loud right now, so you've got a little leeway, but motion posing is difficult.
Yeah, no, I will. I'll leave it up to Odin.
How many are there? It's like 2 bodies, 3, 4.
Would I be able to tell?
Nope. Here's the bottom. And like I said, Wolf is now conspicuously absent from your comms.
Not more than 3. Comms are down.
You support him.
Okay.
Oh, great. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, I will have my drone charge into the fray.
All right, it can get about halfway up the stairwell.
Okay.
At this point, you can probably, because it's it's a little flying micro drone, you can actually probably like put the camera far enough up to see there is a guy, and you actually got Odin's pictures, so he's dressed like the guy in Odin's pictures, who's like standing on the other side of the shut door, rubbing his wrist.
I found your courier.
Oh. All right, I'm coming in.
All right, well, you can roll initiative at the start of the next round. At the with the last NPC slot with this round, that guy kind of like pauses, considers a bit, touches his ear, throws the lock on the roof door. Wolf, you can hear it click shut, with you on the other side. And he's just going to start power sliding down the stairwell. Drops to the sauna level. Goes actually no. He goes in the actually no, he's disarmed. No, he wouldn't go in the loan shark place. That would be a faster exit because it's higher up, but the guys there might protest, and he's lost his weapon. So yeah, no, he'll go all the way down to the Swedish massage place and sauna level, and from Jack's feed, disappears inside there.
Okay.
So Odin could roll initiative, but the encounter is probably technically over. Wolf, what would you try and follow that guy like towards the ropes, the wires? He's thinking. Wolf?
Sorry, I had my mic up. Now
Okay.
Wolf would probably at least move over to see what the individual was doing after he gets to the other roof, but not actively pursue him.
Yeah. If you would go and look over, what this guy would do is basically got a little, spindle spool device and is basically just going to like, if you're not immediately going to try and come across the wires, he will do whatever process it is to like disengage it, pull it back, and basically wind the cord up. Probably give you another, flippant salute and say, "Sorry about that, Monsieur Pigeon. Maybe another night," and then just skedaddle. So I think we will call the encounter over. Wolf, you can roll to recover strain.
Okay.
Also, your arm and your comms reboot.
All right.
So yeah.
So once they reboot, Wolf will message to everyone. Encounter terminated. 2 individuals. 1 fled down the stairwell. 1 fled across the building to the cardinal direction.
First bogey entered Swedish massage parlor area.
So with this information, I should double check because I don't want to take anybody out of position with there. Odin, do you still want to try and engage, or are you good remaining at your post now? Because Wolfie is back on comms.
Axe, that's you.
I should probably go back to my position, actually.
You can do that. Yes, sorry. That's what I said. I wanted to double check. So you start heading for the stairwell. There's D1. I was a little worried about him. Oh no, he's doing that thing. Now we truly cannot trust D1.
No! D1, I need you!
There's other
yeah.
besides D1 Dallas. It's just...
Odin
All right,
basically
grabbing my dice.
Odin basically gets like, you get, a couple of paces away from your door.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, he did roll. He did finish. Odin, you get like a couple paces away from your door, and then, Wolf comes back on comms. So you kind of like stop short and then move back to your position.
It's like...
Okay, about 2 hours. All right, I'm gonna take another quick break and be right back. If there's any tactical discussions about what we can learn from that encounter you want to do. Oh, also, by the way, hey, Wolf, now you have a stunner.
Ta-da.
And a light pistol with the suppressor.
Sick. Very stealthy weapons.
Keep that shit. That's at least like 1,000 cred right there.
I mean, the stunner might be, but the other stuff is less so. But
I
yeah,
bet in full. But
I'm gonna pause her and step away for a sec. Burp.
I have a question. Why didn't you just close the door and basically stop the encounter? Oh, there.
is that aimed at?
Aren.
Oh, okay.
Must have stepped away, though, to get his dice.
I think we're doing fine.
I mean, we are.
It's been worse. It's relatively okay. Like nothing drastic has happened yet. Relatively.
Oh, lots of
I still think letting the courier go was the right decision because it just would have been Odin spending time chasing him.
I wouldn't. If he started running, I just alerted everyone else that he was running. I wasn't gonna leave an opening for all the others, just like to be messaged over like their own earpieces to like run in through the loading dock.
I mean, I think Odin could have taken a single dude.
Oh, in a fight, for assuredly. I just don't know because these guys seem to be spec'd for running the fuck away.
Yeah.
So I just don't know if he would have been able to catch him. In a fight, I have no doubt Odin would destroy this puny Frenchman.
I don't even think they're French.
They're puny French people now.
I think they want to be Japanese.
Look, it is perfectly acceptable to hate French people.
Let's see. I do want a smartwatch, and I do want an urban compass.
I mean, could be worse. At least they're not British.
I do like this sprayer. What's the range on the sprayer? Easy, medicine.
It's short.
Short, okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Wait, actually check that, because I think I only know the one for the car.
I'm back.
Sprayer's short range, right?
What was that short range?
The sprayer. I'm looking at gear and I'm like, what do I want right now?
Sprayer stuff, yeah, I think it's short range. All right, okay, we're back in it. We're going.
I don't know if Aaron's back yet.
Oh, is Aaron stepped away? Okay.
We went to go get the real dice.
Fair enough.
Getting the mallet.
Yep.
All right, sorry about that. They were not in the first two spots I thought they would be.
But they were in the
always
last place. They were in the last place you looked.
Yeah.
All right, we're back in it.
I did actually want to ask one real question, but everyone's away. Why did you decide to close the door on him?
Just in case he had another weapon, so I could have a round to try and restart my cybernetics. And I may have accidentally thought that he was like on my side of the door.
Ah, okay.
It happened.
Okay.
But yeah.
Makes sense.
I was gonna say, I was a little confused. I'm like, why did he shut the door? But thank you.
I mean, it worked out.
Yeah.
So, as we kind of roll down, everybody resets, and like I said, we'll spend a couple of seconds, doing the classic touching all your fingers to your thumb gesture, make sure everything's working.
Do some
You
stretches.
actually get a little check-in from Mr. Ikeda on the Bouncers radio network, and he just says, "Well, boys, just got interesting word from some of our upstairs neighbors. I believe the old sauna massage place. They've filed a security report with the building. Apparently, some strange courier, burst in, ran to the back, and hopped out one of their windows." And slid away. So careful about that. The building security is going to call BCPD, but I don't expect they'll be particularly fast since there's not a crisis, But we may have a patrol car down later asking questions.
Understood. Why did I just go 7? Understood.
I mean, that
Understood.
actually no, that would not be your character's accent.
No.
Not
It would be
at all.
Creole. I'm not gonna try.
That's fair, yes. No, but
I'm
so
just
after that,
not
he says,
gonna try.
and then we're going to prepare for our little stage show. So.
Could only be offensive.
Woo! But all right, with that in mind, then basically Jack, you would be told probably through like a display that to kind of like lower the music and kind of wind down the set to something ambient because they're actually going to use the stage for a display.
Okay.
A display.
Yeah, remember? Actually, no. You would have. Yeah, I don't know if Odin actually mentioned that to you, but some more VIPs with some androids came in the back and they went in the backstage.
Yeah.
It is a membership
the
night,
back-
so they're gonna do a little stage show.
Yep. I will set it to. When he says ambient, I assume he means ambient electronic, not like Careless Whisper.
Yes. Not easy listening, but like
I have a
for
question.
like low and slow synthwave. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Is the VIP mezzanine open to the ground floor? Like, it's just like a balcony. So if I wanted to, I could fucking hop this fucking balcony.
Yes.
Okay.
If needed,
Yeah.
you can just jump the balcony. Yeah.
Okay.
I think everyone else here but Odin could probably hop the mezzanine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it is
fair.
still like 8 feet in the air.
I mean, I'm assuming it's a short fall.
Yeah, it would be the equivalent of a short drop.
I'm sorry. I just immediately thought a long fall, and it just started playing in my head.
Of course.
Luck didn't even get. He was tried so fast he didn't even get both L's out.
Now I'm just thinking about the foul assault rifle.
No, that's a good one. Yeah, along FAL. Also, honestly, that's probably like that's not quite industrial enough, but like the sheer jam level was probably what Jack was hitting earlier.
Oh yeah, no, I was going
Something more
very.
relaxed.
I posted an example of what I would have been playing in the chat, but
Obviously, I'm not listening to that because we'll fucking explode.
oh yeah, it's a song by a guy called Death God called "My Lungs Collapsed."
No, I've gathered it up. But okay, so you dial back the music set, you switch to something a little different. Where would you go from here, Jack? Like, technically, you can just chill in the booth next to the stage. You could go back in the control room. You could hop.
I would probably
floor.
chill in the control room. Does that have like camera access to the stage?
Yeah, because you would you'd be able to control the stage so from there, so you'd be able to like overview it and stuff.
Yeah, then I'd probably be in the control room if they needed us, and I would tell them that if they need me to do anything.
Yes. I'm trying to remember in my notes if I don't think I explicitly called out camera positions, but there should be some bubble cams around.
Well, I'm focusing all of my attention on the server room.
All right. So as you go back in there, and kind of get in there, there are, like I said, there are actually like a couple of interested people in your show. I probably should have had your roll charm to see how good it was, but it's too late now. It's fine. It was loud, sufficiently good. But there are, a couple of people who actually like got up towards the DJ booth and not quite dancing. Especially with that genre of music, that's much more suited to moshing, and this is not a mosh pit type establishment. But there were a couple people who got close to the speakers and the amps and banged their heads along.
Oh yeah, headbanging is definitely appreciated.
A couple of them, as you kind of like wind down and step back into the server room, try and catch your attention and stuff. And at least one of them, kind of says a little raised voice over the din and was like, "Hey, what's your name? What's your art, DJ? Who are you?"
I'm okay. Yeah, no, she definitely will have the equivalent of a SoundCloud. So, she will give the name Jack out.
All right.
Jack. It would be
Yes.
J-A with a stylized Q.
Yeah. That's cool. Hey, can I buy you a drink real quick? You just pass.
You just pass, my dude.
I will politely. What am I talking about? No, I will say no, thanks, man. Still 14.
I just imagine the finger guns.
Yeah, basically. I was about to say it's like I politely. I was like, no, I don't. What am I doing?
Yeah, no.
I don't politely do anything.
All right, so Jack sits back in the control room. By the way, now as we set up for this, Claymore, you actually get probably your like first real gap of like arguable privacy in a long time, because basically all the VIP lounge, rotates around to like look over the balcony at the stage, right?
Right.
As some spotlights fire up, there's a little bit of they do a little bit of the dramatic, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style like light effects, get some lasers and some spotlights to get in there. The fog machine is going. And good.
Oh, sorry. Claymore is going to, put the phone up to like his mouth and just hiss and be like, "Odin, what the hell is going on there?" Axe? Or was that not loud enough? I did kind of whisper it harshly.
No, my headset fell off for a moment. Sorry. I'm sorry. I
think this is like the second or third audio incident.
It's my end. It's my end. My headset's probably being weird. I need to charge it more.
I was just gonna assume that you just got flabbergasted by sudden words at you.
No, just say it again.
Claymore's gonna, kind of harshly whisper into his holophone, since no one's looking at him right now. It was just like, "What is going on down there? Why is there a show happening?"
Jack started to play. Wolf dealt with two of the gang on the roof.
That's not what I'm fucking asking. What is going on right now? There's some sort of special event happening.
I attempt to hack Odin's eye camera.
I mean, you can.
Just.
I mean, your camera on Wi-Fi? Probably not. I mean,
Axe, you let these people in there, so you should know who they are and what they're there for, right?
Right. Oh.
So, what the fuck are they doing, and what did they bring?
Feel free to ask me if you need to clarify, because we didn't get into that detail earlier.
It was the 5 people earlier, right?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Okay, the 5 or 6. They were all
the
registered in the
actual-
same group as a band, or what?
No, they were VIPs.
Yeah.
They brought androids with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all
Let me
VIPs for
actually give me
like
a second to keep talking. I gotta do some. Yeah.
they were all VIPs for the for an event already pre-scheduled.
And what did they bring? Something, big and valuable to show off?
Megan, did they bring in like androids with them too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just posted.
androids.
He just
Bring their
posted.
nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the
There were
Android
5
bit,
VIPs, 2 techs, 6 androids.
Mm-hmm.
There's no pizza. Don't tempt me, Loth. In fact,
like-
Loth may have just changed your fortune tonight. Also, as I put in a second note, technically Jack can there's probably like a little window can like see the backstage area through the server room because they're adjoining.
It's like,
Yeah, I will be keeping an eye on that place too.
Yeah, it's VIPs like they're androids, and then like 2 technicians for the androids.
it's like, can we get someone down on the first floor then? Are we comm called in right now?
Yeah.
It's like, Wolf, can you get inside?
Yeah, I should be able to.
Clunk, clunk.
The roof door's locked.
Oh, take the fire escape down and just get in as fast as you can.
Will do.
It's like
So
everyone.
you can start moving. Before, just want to re-clarify. So technically, to remind everybody, backstage. There's the backstage area, right?
Mhm.
One of the doors that these people came in to get through backstage, is the loading dock door. So Odin is right outside that door,
Yeah,
and
And the other door,
also,
I'm right outside.
yeah.
but there would be access to the stage and the ground floor of the club as well. So Wolf
I
is
guess,
heading down the fire escape.
Like, I didn't stop to consider that something would be brought in that could potentially be stolen. So we're doing
Yeah, I didn't think of that either.
we're doing a bit of a change of plans, but we will still maintain the other positions because we still don't know what exactly. We need to cover the manager's office, the special models, the server room, and now this. So
I can move the manager's office.
yes,
I've already got someone there.
The drone is there.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's
So
where Sam is.
Yeah, okay.
Odin, do you want to move to the first floor as well? You don't have to, but
Considering
Thinking.
that feels more likely this is going to be their target.
I disagree
I'll
entirely, but
Okay. And actually,
well, Odin, you do what you think is best. Don't pay attention to what
I will
me
join you
or-
later if things change. If things escalate.
Okay.
he is like right next to it. So if something happens, we can just yell for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like
if,
Wolf.
like some
Wolf
like
should
if
probably
somebody
get
did the
down
classic try to Phantom of Opera some shit on the stage. Odin's like 2 doors away.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
could probably take a turn to run and then just pop my shotgun.
Alright.
Kick up the doors. But all right,
Alright.
okay. So
good.
yes. Since Jack is actually going to look out and see what's going on back there, basically backstage you see that kind of, like I said, the backstage area is like a horrifying kit bash of a dressing room and a machine shop.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, you think it's rad. Actually, now I'm picturing you like doing the fucking full like kid pressed against the toy store glass.
Oh yeah, no,
Rabbit helmet.
definitely.
But like you see, the described before. There's
The display on my rabbit mask turns to hearts.
yes, there's like 5 VIPs, like some upper class dressed people, respectable, kind of evenly split between men and women. There are a couple
Everyone's
of
going up.
technicians who, if you weren't also dressed like a DJ, the technicians are basically dressed like you. They're in like clean, jumpsuits, anti-static cling, gloves, not quite like booties, but work shoes. And they've got some extra like diagnostic equipment with them. And there are, a series of androids kind of just chilling there. Mr. Ikeda, pops in, does some glad handing, and then goes out onto the stage to talk. If you wanted to try and identify these units ahead of time, trying to think what that would be.
No science? No.
Mechanics? If it's androids, it'd be mechanics.
If there are military models, that I would say no warfare, maybe.
I would go. You can pick whichever's better for you. No science or no society. Like if you
No
want to use like
society.
brand names and whatever. Mechanics would be if you could actually like get your hands on and like analyze.
Don't tempt me.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if it's an android pop idol group.
So I am going to use no society. Is it hard or a medium check?
The fucking androids are all their fucking backup dancers.
Average check. Okay.
No, they'd also be the main dancers.
Oh, true. I guess they'd be the
Success.
seniors.
But no, you're lucky. No, it is not an android pop show, though they do those here. This is more in the, I mentioned before, they will do like almost like fashion shows.
Yeah, this seems like the hot new tech this season.
Yeah,
right?
No, that's a good way to do it. These are basically like you do some quick, double checking and stuff, and these are all display models or cutting edge, lines from some very modern, like you said, probably produced this season androids. Some of these are, no, the ball joint's not that good. They can't get anything pre-market, let's say.
Okay, so it's not going to be
no pre-release stuff,
expensive.
but these are all like brand new things. And I said before, they've got some different ones. One of them is dressed as a doctor, so you recognize that's a full-blown like. Technically not a doctor, but like that's a full-blown.
It's ours like the model. Yeah.
Diagnosis and probably qualified as like a surgical or medical assistant android. There's one, actually no, we'll say there's two. There's two performer type androids that are supposed to go as a pair. You see them like double checking their, the techs are like running diagnostics to make sure all their joints are like flexible, and they are doing, like perfect pirouettes. They can fucking roll their wrist joint like a full 360 degrees type shit. You see some almost like cartoonish, elementary school talent show props being prepped for those guys. Like they got like the bowling pins and the juggle balls and stuff.
Are these like, to give me a perspective, and this would be something that I would say it'd be fair to call this my character's specialty.
Yep.
Are these like exorbitantly more like swanky and pricey than the things that we saw in the back room, or are they about the same level or less?
These would be worth probably more than the stuff you've seen in the club. Like I said, they have service androids to actually like do like bartending and stuff. And in the basement, not as exotic or singular as the things in the display cases up by Claymore, but these are definitely pricey.
So potential target, but I'm still betting on either client list or the back room.
Well, this is why we're not moving from those positions, but I'm moving Wolf from the fucking roof to that floor.
And I will basically give the team a rundown of like, hey, this is a I mean, essentially it's a tech display. It's I would assume display. I assume these VIPs are representative of various Android companies.
Yeah. If you want to, actually, which did you roll? Society, right?
Society.
Yeah. No. Yeah. If you do some like face checking and stuff, no, these are like obviously they're members of the club. They were on the VIP list and stuff, so they are enthusiasts. But these are like middle managers, marketing directors, and stuff.
It's they know their market.
Yeah. Probably more from like the kind of more bespoke or tech houses and stuff, but they've got a few things up there. Hold on, I need to think up two more types of android to be funny. Doctor, two performers. There's a firefighting android here. If Jack's looking close enough, you can see that he's got he's just wearing the firefighter coat and the firefighter pants, no undershirt.
What is it?
So you
a
can
fucking
see how much
calendar model?
Yeah, you can see how much lifting he does.
The last one should just be a fucking service robot. A receptionist. Behold, it can bow perfectly at a 90-degree angle.
It can Newgenza in like 80 different ways.
Yeah, and we'll say there's a chauffeur. Yeah. So, as you know, like I said, Jack gives you the rundown on what's going on in the back there. Mr. Ikeda, like I said, he goes and he glad hands. He goes out on stage. You know, the spotlight, tracks to him. He says, "Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for coming tonight. This is one of our regular membership nights. We like to keep things in-house, but as we all know, the Ball Joint is a club dedicated to all of your favorite peculiarities and technological marvels of androids and robotics of all kinds. And while I know many of you are disappointed, we have not yet got our sponsorship for Battle of the Bots just yet. We are working on it." There's some murmurs in the crowd. Some of our finest VIPs and friends in the industry, shall we say. Trying not to get too, By the way, to act for Mr. Ikeda, I am constantly clasping or rubbing my hands, by the way. Just let everybody know. That's part of my method acting. Like, he's that guy, Like I described him before, he's a little short, bald-headed. So he's very, squint, constantly eyes shut, smiling, hands, rubbing, clasped, gesturing. That guy. It's like, friends in the industry. And so tonight we're going to have a little, while I'm sure many of you have been enjoying the efforts of our DJ. First time at the club, by the way. Jack out. I'm just imagining this fucking Jack puts on the screen your fucking equivalent of your SoundCloud link.
Oh, yeah.
Buy my apps on vinyl. That's spelled that way, by the way, with AL.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, but we also have a little floor display. We're going to run you through some lovely new models which have just rolled off the production line. So you can see all of our latest wonderful and excitement. First up, I believe we have a demonstrator from Medicus here. Yes. And so he, calls out, introduces the associated VIP, and the like I said, the Dr. Android comes out, and they're gonna start just doing some displays. Yeah, Jack, you can monitor the stage from there, so I assume you're looking at this.
I'm gonna do the lighting.
Yeah.
I would probably just offer to just do the lighting and stuff.
Yeah, you can basically you got the control panel. You can basically run the show from there. Claymore, I assume you're gonna keep an eye on from where you're at on the mezzanine as well.
Yes, I am calculating how much force is going to need to take me to jump from here to over the railing and into the middle of the room if need be, but otherwise I'm not moving.
Yeah.
Also, thinking of my witty one line if I have to do it.
Okay. So then I think probably during this speech and check-in time, Wolf, you've been able to make your way all the way down the fire escape to the ground floor. So where are you going on the ground level?
Probably more towards the front, towards the easiest. They're kind of covering the back and the service entrance area, so I'd kind of cover where the stairs meet come down and where the entrance is. So
yeah, so you kind of go back out into the lobby. You can lean up against a wall, catch your breath a little. And you can sit outside the opposite door. Actually, this is a good question. Did you guys have any personal preference if the bouncers who watched the front were inside or outside?
I did not.
Watch the front?
Because if you don't, they would assume a regular posture.
Yeah, I would say do what they're comfortable with. I don't want to confuse anyone with
So in this case, actually, those two guys would be outside the privacy door. So you were all introduced. So when Wolf comes down, they give you a nod.
Give a nod in return.
All right. So they run through the first demonstration. Dr. Android shows it's got built in the surgical tools in the arms. Displays the full selection and stuff. Runs through the whole thing. Probably rattles off some. It's not quite like a skit, but Mr. Ikeda asks the android some staged questions about his health, and it offers some diagnosis information and some tips. Tells him he needs to eat more red meat and stuff. Gets a couple chuckles out of the audience, kind of a thing. While that's going on, And everybody should blame Loth for this micro encounter. Odin, you're at the back door. You're in the loading dock. The loading dock door, opens up, and you see, dressed, head to toe in black and red, speed gear, ball cap on his head, carrying a big thermal bag. There's a guy from Ninja Pizza, and he's heading right for you.
God damn it.
He whips out his holophone as he comes up, and he's like, "Yeah, I got a pizza here. The note says drop at the back door. Did you order double triple pepperoni sausage?
What name's on the receipt?
Let me check here.
Jack.
Just like his hand's already on like the strap of his
Just
gun. It's
Jack.
like I'm just kidding if he like looks down.
No. Funny enough, they could blame this on Jack, but no. It's the classic. It's for one. Initials are ICW.
I'm just gonna drop my gun.
Whoa,
No,
hey,
take the-
buddy, calm down, man. I'm just here to deliver pizza, man.
Oh god. Wait, are they still look? Oh wait, and it's like.
He puts the thermal bag on the ground and like holds his hands up, man. Like, listen, you can check my equipment, okay? Listen. Yeah, I didn't want to have him read IC Wiener out loud because he would then get it, but no, the pizza guy's like, no, it's ICW. Listen, man, listen.
No,
Ninja
it's a
pizza, okay?
All right, just leave it and go. Stop buying.
Oh, man, okay, but you gotta listen. It's corporate. We have a very strict policy, okay? You gotta certify. He kind of like holds out his phone without getting any closer to you. All right, if this pizza doesn't get delivered, it's your fault, okay?
How
He's
much
got,
does
like,
the
a
pizza
little
cost?
thumbprint or a little electronic signature. Oh, it's paid up front.
Oh. Oh God. All right, fine. I'll go certify it with like my offhand.
All right, you press the thumbprint. You draw a little. You write the digital signature space Odin probably.
I probably like did do like some symbol or some shit, but it's like
Yeah.
I'll just take the pizza and then like
It's like, and shout out to this kid, by the way, because he does. He's delivering pizzas. He's like, greasy-haired, pimply teenager. He says, "Hey man, no tip."
I toss him 10. I give him fucking 10 credits. It's like here. Also, sorry about drawing on you. It's just last time I had a pizza delivery guy, his bag was just full of guns.
Damn, man, that's harsh, man. He pockets the cred coin. Shit, man, I gotta get a job in a different neighborhood. All right, okay.
I would have marked out that 10 credits. I did give him like actual.
Yeah. No, he takes the cred coin. He's good to go. Odin, go ahead and roll me a average vigilance check.
Is any of my gear apply to this or no?
No, this would not be motion related.
All right, let me open the thing.
I made myself hungry. That's okay. Well,
I was ready for the
have a
pizza
few
guy
more
thing to be an
challenges,
act.
so
I was legitimately ready for it to be an act.
well, that's why it wasn't an act because
Oh no, I
didn't
100%
think an
knew it
act.
was real.
Yeah, same.
As soon as the career was fake, I knew this was real.
You know,
Spoilers, I might tell you. It seems like your friends from the Black Diamond Gang have fucking
Sent you a pizza.
yeah, they tried to distract you with the pizza. By the way, if you open up the bag to check the pizza, there is a little. It's got the little on like the delivery sheet receipt. It's got a little black diamond drawn on it because that was in the instructions.
I got I had half of it. I just guessed the wrong fucking part. How hard is it
Give me an
again?
average vigilance check.
Oh, average. Okay, thank. Success threat.
Okay. While you're, you lean down to like check the thing and you sign up, you see, because remember the fake courier, because that was one of the Black Diamond guys in disguise. He arrived by bike earlier on a little scooter. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice after you get up and after the other pizza delivery guy is gone, That bike is gone from where it was sitting next to the loading dock.
Ah,
Yeah, you look around though. You succeed on your vigilance check. Nothing else about the loading dock appears to be disturbed. There's nobody like hiding in a corner. There was not enough time for somebody to sneak in. You've succeeded, so I'll give you that. But you didn't, with your threat, you didn't actively notice him move the bike.
I'm just gonna leave the bag by my leg, and I'll put it in my bag when I leave my post.
Man, you got three hot and fresh pizzas there. You're gonna leave them?
Oh, what? 3? What?
Yeah, it's a big stack. And maybe 2 actually. We'll say you got 2 large pizzas in the bio board. One's double, triple, sausage, pepperoni, turkey, bacon. The other is veggie supreme.
Honestly, I want to leave it with the bag because I don't want to eat pizza right now while holding have a gun and need to quickly hold a firearm at some point.
I feel like I know it makes no logical sense, but I want to feel like Jack, as the teenager, can psychically sense the pizza.
What is my drone's weight limit?
The Sprite.
Can I just give the pizza to the drone if it?
No, the
The
Sprite.
Sprite probably can't lift a bag full of 2 large pizzas. It's
What about
what
one
skill is it keyed to?
pizza? Mechanics.
Tell one of the service androids just to deliver it to somewhere.
Oh yeah, it's like I guess if one drives by, it's like, hey, take this bag to the DJ.
Yeah, you could actually flag one down because they would be going into like the loading dock and service area. Of course, sir. Ow, grab. Yeah, so Jack, you receive, 2 large pizzas with
Swag.
black diamond squiggled on them.
It's probably like
Is Wolf in the backstage area?
No,
No.
Wolf's still waiting up front. He is back in
Okay.
pods though, so you guys can like call everybody.
I mean, Jack is just going to tear into the veggie supreme.
I'm not 100% sure what we put on veggie pizza in the year 20x XX.
mushroom, pepper,
but,
pesto,
They've got you can actually
olives.
grow vegetables really easily. So yeah, no, you've got everything you would expect there.
Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna I'm probably gonna have 2-3 slices by the end of this. Probably just, I'm not eating it right now because I'm not gonna have a pizza by my fucking hands right now.
Oh, the veggie pizza has been forfeited. It will no longer exist.
Okay, guys,
the
pizza's cool, but let's keep moving, please. If you want
Yes.
to talk about
I do want to add before we move on. That means Odin has succeeded on the vibe check. Because I absolutely would if you were like, I'm gonna eat a slice of pizza. I would have been like, all right, somebody's gonna try and get you.
Yeah, it's like,
He's too paranoid for that.
I have
This
tried
is-
to eat
this
pizza.
works.
It's hard. You can't one hand that shit. That gets everywhere.
Yeah, there are large slices. But okay, so that vector of attack seems to have failed. So yeah, the doctor show passes. They probably take like a solid 10-minute presentation, and they set up for they're gonna have the 2 performance models come out. Mr. Ikeda comes out again and said, "Now, showcasing grace, dexterity, agility. We have some very special bespoke models. These are made custom to order. Let's see. We're actually double checking my notes. Yeah, I don't actually have any houses out there, but it would be something like. I can come up with a corp name later. I thought I might have had down, but like a small, like I said, a small manufacturing house. The equivalent of Terracotta does software, Scarlet Prince does cyberware, like something like that. Something cool and indie, probably from the up the SeaTac way. And they start doing full blown, like I said, talent show shit. They do, hulas, rings, they, juggle bowling pins. They juggle bowling pins to each other. They do a fucking handstand and juggle bowling pins with their feet. Do some very advanced maneuvers, rolls, tucks, etc. So the whole audience in this moment is spellbound, basically. Everybody's got eyes on this. So I would like Claymore and Jack technically to make me. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, definitely for Claymore, it's perception. We'll say it's perception for Jack too. You're keeping an eye on the backstage and the whole like oeuvre they've got going on.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead and make me hard perception checks.
Hard.
I would like you to add
Is
a
perception cunning?
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, I'm
Just what I
technically being
thought,
generous because if this was like super opposed, these guys would have like stealth scores and agility scores, but that might be a little too gassed.
I mean, I have a pretty good perception, but how many setback?
They're actually, yeah, this is how I'll do it. Jack, you take one setback because you're kind of like splitting your focus a lot right now because you're trying to watch
Okay.
the stage, watch the backstage, watch
And eat pizza.
eat pizza and watch Jean-Claude Van Drome also watch the basement.
Yeah.
So you add a setback for your distractedness. Claymore, you don't have to add any setbacks.
Oh, cool.
Because you're just paying attention to the run. You can't space that roll, Dallas?
Yeah, I know. Yep, that's about right.
You want to
More
hear what
things
absolute?
change.
You want to hear what absolute bullshit I got?
I'm a failure.
No, I didn't fail. I got 1 success. 5 threat.
Jesus.
Okay, all right, hold on. I got to think about that one. Jack's is easy. So Jack, you're
Do I
splitting your
spill pizza
attention a
all over
lot.
myself?
You notice that towards the side stage door, you see a couple of young. Wow, yeah, it is just straight
Wow.
nothing but threat. Wow. Okay. So Claymore, Jack, both of you noticed this, but I'm gonna have to like put some other circumstance on that.
You're gonna have to put some mad voodoo on Claymore.
Jack, you notice that the group who's trying to get because there's a couple of women who are crowding around the backstage. You recognize one of them is the person earlier who asked for like your DJ information and like tried to grab you a drink, and like they appear to be attempting to slink into the backstage area. And Claymore, you also see this. No, I got it. Yes. But at this exact moment, just as you kind of like ratchet your attention and you think maybe for a sec you can crane your neck to look over or like whisper something into your phone, at this exact moment, one of the VIP who got there, will say it's actually like a mature woman. Not normally for a nightclub, but looking at the style, she's bored by this performance stuff and comes back around to stand directly in front of your sconce and just admire the Claymore. And you can hear her like muttering under her breath, like, "Oh, this muscle definition, it's so intense. I just simply inquire about the manufacturer. Have any manufacturer markings?" Starts to like peer real close at like your faceplate. Oh, this paint job, it's so unique, so idiosyncratic. Starts like doing a fucking like fiber count of your armor. So yeah, you see that some people are trying to get backstage. You cannot do jack shit about it without blowing your cover, Claymore. You're
I am going to
an observer
quietly slink into the backstage area, but like stay at the door.
Yeah.
I will activate full camo on my skin.
Okay.
And shrug off my coat, obviously.
Yeah, fair enough. So you chameleon up. Yep. Just keep in mind that if you have to roll a stealth check, you suffer a strain, but I won't make you take that strain just yet because you suffer the strain to add the success, so you can just kind of do it.
Yeah.
Anything else you're gonna do besides just chill?
Palm a glue grenade.
Okay, yeah.
Not like get ready to throw motion, but just it's in my hand.
All right, so
I'm just gonna look to see who comes in.
Well, these two there's two young ladies slip in, and because the hubbub's going on, and you succeeded, so you're kind of looking right at them. I thought about maybe making you lose track of them with the threats, but no. You recognize, like I said, one of them is the one who offered you a drink earlier. Yeah, she is just gonna like try and look like she belongs and make a beeline for the control room. Everybody else is with the tech demonstrator is too busy to get in there.
For my room?
Yeah, where you're kind of like well, you're kind of, if I understood this correctly, you're kind of like standing outside that door now, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm like blending in with the door. That's what I'm skin camoing.
Okay, yeah. So you want to full like stand in front of the door and camo in. Okay. All right. So I will then do something about that in a sec. But so you see the second one who clearly came in with kind of like stops to dig around in her handbag. But before you can focus on that too hard, I need you to make me a stealth check. So
Okay.
suffer the strain and add the free success from your
Yep,
community
free success from
leave.
camo.
And this will
Hard
be...
or medium?
Yes, this will be hard. No upgrades, but hard. We'll say this is based off of perception. This stat line I'm using for these guys is 3 cunning, but no perception. They do have some vigilance, but like I said, she's like actively heading towards the door.
Stealth is agility, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And don't forget your free success.
No, I won't. I think I did that right.
I've been going for almost 3 hours, and like I said, I made myself...
Success exactly.
Exactly that one success.
Dude,
Okay, so guess
camo
what?
armor paying bands.
She does not notice you up until the point where she actually goes to reach for the door. So you've kind of got your first response here. What do you want to do?
So what is the lady drawing out of her bag? That's
Okay,
what I'm
focus on that
curious
one?
about. Just for a second. I'm going to... Don't worry, Lucky. That's going to happen in a second. But I want to make sure these are thieves.
You see the other one reach into her handbag, and she starts pulling out AR specs, holophone, data shard,
Okay.
maybe, looks like.
All right. In that case, well, I know exactly what I'm going to use. I'm not going to use the glue grenade, and instead I'm going to quick draw the last noisemaker grenade I have.
All right. And what do you got?
Flashbang the room, and then like jump back into it.
Okay. Roll ranged light for your noisemaker special. Mr. Ika's show is unfortunately about to get very disrupted. I assume that in order to maintain stealth, you are not alerting the squad that any of this is about to happen, right?
I mean, technically no.
Actually, you have a neural interface. You could fucking brain call them.
Well, I'm going to call all of them. I'm not going to say anything, but they're about to get alerted. Oh boy, are they getting alerted?
It's fine. Roll it out. Roll me an easy range light check basically to throw correctly. Okay. So.
Damn.
Okay, yes, you can correctly place the noisemaker in the center of the room.
Yeah.
So, all of you can... no, Odin, you're too far away to actually make this out over even the aim, because you're still out front. But Claymore from the mezzanine deck, and Odin especially from the door between the loading dock and the backstage area, you hear this familiar sound of Jack's noisemaker, because you heard, 1 or 2 of these maybe the other night.
Only one. This is the second one.
Yeah, so you hear one of those go off, and just flashes, firework pops. I'm imagining like the worst like electronic vuvuzela sound.
Yeah. Someone blowing a raspberry.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's a migraine grenade again.
So, yeah, you two hear that. As you like whip out and throw, so the woman who's approaching the control room, is not blinded because though she is very distracted by this sound because she's not looking straight at it, but she's looking at you and like is just like, actually, what's your vigilance? That,
My
right?
vigilance?
You're
Oh, what's
mad,
that?
yeah.
What's that? One green.
Yeah, I don't
What's
think
that? What is vigilance?
you're not good at like cold reading.
No, not at all. If I focus on something, I'm great. Until I focus on anything, I'm useless.
No, it makes perfect sense. But yeah,
An autist.
mental alertness.
Saying this is an autist.
No, yeah.
Hyperfixation. It happens. But yeah, so like you can't really tell what sort of expression she's making as she realizes that you were chameleon to the door and have just thrown a noisemaker into this crowd. What she does do is kind of like very loudly, like almost like full-blown scream queen shriek, like not quite as loud as a noisemaker, and is gonna like grab you and like be like, oh my god, it's a terrorist attack,
Okay.
we're being bombed.
I will attempt to not be. I will attempt to not be fucking. Oh god, what's that character's fucking name? The giant red dude from Looney Tunes.
Red?
Yeah, the red fuzzy dude.
Red.
No, he has a name.
I thought it was red.
I'm not sure. I don't want to rack my brain over too much. So, yeah, go ahead and give me a token attempt to... Actually, no.
Gossamer, that's right.
Oh, it is
I'll
Gossamer.
say it this way. She's basically going to try and, like, take this momentum and, like, go back through the door into the control room with you. What do you want to do about this?
If she's going into the control room with me...
Yeah, basically, like, she's going to go full
I'm not gonna,
clasp your shoulders and just, like, keep her momentum.
I will try and, like, not be restrained by her, but I'm not going to resist her pushing me into... Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Like, I will let her take me into the control room, but I will not, like, I don't want her to restrain me.
Yeah, you don't have to roll anything for that. You can just keep control of this motion, because she's not trying very hard to, like, really stop you. It's like I said, she's just... actually, yeah, now I will ask you to go ahead. Go ahead and make me your token hard vigilance check to see if you can read whether or not this chick is lying to you or something. In the meantime, Odin, what do you want to do? Because, like, you hear chaos behind you. Noisemaker sounds. You start to hear the scuffle of a brief panic. Mr. Ikeda.
They're hearing everything she is saying.
Oh, okay. You wanna use your neural.
I'm fully broadcasting my input.
Yeah.
Yeah, auditorily, not visually. Because
you've got a neural interface.
Most of you can't get visual.
You can basically just broadcast what your brain is hearing. Basically, because you don't have like cyber ears or any other inputs, they can only hear it basically as you hear it. So like complete with fucking chaos noise and other yelling and bullshit.
Yeah, that's about what I thought.
This woman is genuine. She thinks you're cool. She's surprised by this grenade and is merely taking you into the control room. Everything is fine. So yeah, like, and like if you're listening on the radio, like I said, you can hear the person with.
How old is she actually?
Late teens, early 20s.
I know what I'm gonna do.
But yeah, it goes for the full like tussle in. So Odin, what are you doing?
I think I need to get to where Jack is.
Okay, so you want to step one. You want to go in through the door to the back room.
Yes, because
okay.
For what I'm hearing, it sounds like she's in danger.
So you hear chaos going on. You hear that something is going on with Jack. No, you're a professional. You don't need to bust through the back door. You can dramatically open the door to the backstage. You see the scene as I've described before: chaos, flashing lights. The technician guys are like covering their eyes and ears. The couple of VIPs are backstage are like distressed, kind of like trying to filter out. Mr. Ikeda pops in and is like, "Oh my word, what's going on in here?" So Odin, you see all that. What you also see is the thing that Jack has not yet communicated to you. You see the second person I described who came in. So there is another young woman, kind of like dark hair, bob cut. She is like hands clamped over her ears, halfway to like putting AR goggles on her face, like data shard clasped in one hand, kneeling like right in front there. What do you do about this, Odin? And in fact, if you open the door, she's probably going to try and like. Would she try? No, what are you going to do first? Yeah, I'll leave her.
I think I have to do this classic like entering room style.
Yes, you have entered the room.
Okay, I'm probably needing my gun drawn for this one.
Okay, you draw your shotgun. That's fair. You're coming in like a security guy from a back door.
I'm gonna go in and then probably, I guess, hold it down. It's like
Terminator right now.
Actually, I don't because the grade's going. I don't think they can fucking hear anything I would say. But
you can mouth some stuff. What would you attempt?
Let go and let go and put your hands over your head.
Let go to who?
The woman guarding me is not in this room.
Sorry, I probably should have made this clear earlier. In my mind, the backstage loading dock door is not on the same side as the control room because of the space. That would be different sides of the backstage area.
Yeah.
Odin, you are immediately, like I said, you are immediately confronted by the second young woman, who, as I described earlier to Jacqueline, was like getting into her handbag and digging out like AR goggles, phone, some other stuff,
which is not normal.
But she was busy being distracted by being flashbanged. So there's like, if you tell her to let go, she would drop her AR goggle. That who you wanted to say that to? Because she's like crouched on the floor, fucking half blind and deaf.
Oh, okay.
She got noisemakered.
I think I'm gonna keep my eyes there, but I think I need to like find where Jack is. Actually,
all right.
Actually, no. I have. Okay. No, I have zip cuffs. I better fucking zip cuff her.
All right. She is not able to resist. You can just zip cuff her. Anything else you want to do with her after that? Just gonna like tell her to.
No, I probably zip cuffed her to like something on the wall.
Okay, fair enough. You slap the zip cuffs. They work best when they're on like wrist, but you can do like wrist to a feature. There's a lot of stuff back here.
Yes.
Okay.
We can also do
she's not getting anywhere anytime soon.
That would probably require him to stop and do that setup. He can't do that fast. Okay. They're designed to snap closed. But yeah. Okay. So you just like slap the zip cuffs on her, wheel this chick out of the way, and she is stuck to something. We'll figure out later.
Like some heavy equipment.
Yeah, and you're gonna make a beeline towards Jack.
Yes.
I would like you to make me a. Oh, I gotta think about.
Oh, please let me do a role-playing segment before Omega. I beg you.
I need to see how fast Odin moves through this because there's chaotic human terrain. Give me an. I'll be nice. Let's call it an easy coordination check. Oh, you do have Swift? Well, yeah.
I don't have Swift. I don't have Swift.
Yeah. I do need to make me an easy coordination check to move because, like I said, these people are being noisemakered. The androids are not really reacting. Like some of them automatically turn away from the loud stimulus, but there's 7 or so people packed back here. Mr. Ikeda pops back. One of the bouncers is probably gonna come, down from the VIP stairwell into the back room and try and like. If left to his own devices, he's probably gonna end up like stepping on Jack's noisemaker.
Single success.
Single success. Okay. So you can make it across the room. You are not necessarily being super fast. So, Jack, like I said, you are taken into the control room by this woman.
So this woman is friendly to me, correct?
So she seems, yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to interpret her actions as seduction.
Okay, I thought this is where you were going. All right. What's the play?
I'm really flattered, but I need you to know I'm only 14. I don't think this is legal.
Um,
And I'm gonna pull out my glue gun.
okay, all right.
In stranger danger.
The the glue gun part is probably the active element here.
No, don't worry.
I'm gonna be
Don't
honest.
worry.
I don't think you do need to do this. Go ahead and no, yeah, you pull the glue gun. This is technically a coercion check. Jack, I would like you to make me a average coercion check. Add a boost dice because you are clearly armed. This woman is not.
Coercion is will
What is
based.
coercion based on again?
It's willpower based, so you're
Yes.
terrible.
Okay. No, I have a point in coercion.
Okay, so you
It's a
got
yellow,
one
then.
yellow, one blue, and 2 purple.
Yeah. It's not gonna work, but
Well, the other is Claymore's not our leader. He's just the chaos incarnate.
no, Claymore is our leader.
He is the murder man.
Well,
There's
here's
a difference.
what.
He-
Actually, here's a better question.
he's the leader.
Will you tell Claymore no?
That's what I'm saying. Lucky you, the person, the band with the loud voice and always a chaotic plan that works somehow.
No, Claymore's the
leader.
leader. I've always interpreted Claymore as the leader. Literally, even as Metatron, I interpreted Claymore as the leader.
I think that works as a character interpretation. In the strictest technical sense, I do not think Claymore is your leader because he does not
He does not give a fuck about the rest of you guys
possess
if
or
we
apply
die.
leadership abilities.
No. I do what I
he's
want, and
just-
you follow me or not.
He
Claymore
does
is a
occasionally
warlord.
herd cats, but like strictly speaking, I don't. There's very few times where Claymore's actually like.
He's not a full leader.
If-
He's a squad leader.
I was about to say, like, I'm not an officer, but I am a non-commit. I am
He
a
is
fucking
Team
sergeant.
Mom.
I am the sergeant. In the field,
He's
you
Team
listen to
Mom.
what I say or fucking else. But no,
So to interpolate this check result as you draw your glue gun, this woman just kind of like there is a lingering moment as she still got her hands on you, and then she like drops and like puts her hands back and is like, "Whoa, no, hey," kind of like does the like mop thing, like
Yeah.
pats her ears, like, "Whoa, no, sorry. Listen, your music's cool, but also I think a bomb or like a flash, like a firework went off back there. That's really scary. Anyway, is that a glue gun?" As she's like backing away from you, which technically because of like I think how this is going, she's backing towards the like
Yeah.
DJ booth
I'll
door.
say this: I don't have the gun pointed at her.
No, but you drew it, which is why she gets confused.
No,
So,
I
yeah, she's
understand.
like-
Because I still don't think she's a threat.
It is roughly at this point as she's saying, "Is that a glue gun?" Odin, you successfully wind your way through the crowd to the server room door. Are you just gonna come in, guns blah blah?
Yeah, it's like, Miss, please get on the ground.
Wait, no, it's what?
Yeah, so Odin slides in and he's like, "Miss, get on the ground." He's got a shotgun drawn. She's just like, "Whoa, okay, all right. This is weird, okay? She's got a glue gun, but you've got a shotgun. Like, what is going on back here?
Who are
Also,
you?
Why am I yelling?"
Get on the ground. I'm not going to repeat a third time.
Wait, what? Who? I mean, what? Colonel Jack.
Okay.
yeah, that is what is happening right about now.
Some lady tried to make out with me in the server room.
I'm not participating in that part.
No,
But
that's what I'm telling Aaron.
Yeah, she gets on the comm.
Also, I think 2 other Black Diamond members tried to break in, but Odin,
What-
I think, got them.
one's cuffed in the hallway.
No, there were 2.
No. I think. What is you say I want. Yeah. Let's see. What's sorry. I'm thinking about responses here. Yeah. No. Actually. Yeah. Odin, make me a. No, it's attaching things. make me a. Sorry, I should double check how some of this stuff works. No, go ahead and make me a. Oh God, I'm perplexed about which resistance this is. Is this a speed or it's a speed. Go ahead and make me a. Actually, Jack, you should also make this. Make me a average coordination check. As you are going to get a virtual face full of roses. This lady basically like, you know, she goes for a like bending down, sort of like she's going for the floor, but it turns into a bow and a flourish, and just holograms splash across your field of view.
The image is rubbish.
Coordination.
Yeah, and you should have, absolutely should have deafened the shit out of Jack with a shotgun blast in close quarter. Okay, so shockingly, you guys are able to like cover your faces and eyes and like wave away these little holographic motes as they are projected. You know, your arms and hands and stuff, break them out. So you have a clear field of view as this chick goes to bolt out the DJ booth door.
Does she have anything in her hands?
No, especially with your successful coordination checks to basically reflex her way out of this. No, she didn't have any.
Okay, so she didn't get any
blind
data
you
spike or any kind in.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna just immediately go to back to the chair and like look over to make sure nothing has been touched.
I'm gonna, I guess, see where she goes.
Okay.
So
she goes out into the DJ booth and hops the DJ booth.
Seeing is not chasing, my dude.
She is probably leaving your line of sight. Hey, Claymore, you're a little distracted right now, but you see one of the women you saw go into the backstage run out of the DJ booth and hop the console.
I'm just thinking about if I should actually run after her.
No, I'm done with this. I'm fucking done. Claymore activates fucking Yoru no Oni mode, and I'm going to leap off the fucking balcony and onto this woman.
Oh, onto the... Okay.
Wait, you're telling me she was one of them?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I thought she just wanted to seduce me.
For my previous statement.
Attacking by sanity as we go. Okay, it's normally a...
You told me I believe she was friendly.
Is it normally hard or average to resist falling? I think it's average.
Yes.
So I'm going to say because you want to specifically catch her with this, I'm going to push that up to a hard coordination or athletics check, your choice.
I have athletics.
Okay. Because basically what this lady would have done is she hops the DJ booth and just gets into the crowd and is just going to, like, not quite crowd surf, but, like, bob and weave between them as, like I said, chaos is happening, you know. The two performer androids finish their routine. Mr. Ikeda, pops back, and like I said, a bouncer will eventually rush up and crush the noisemaker.
Hang on 1 second here. I gotta get my fucking clipping tool here because I like the dice roller, but it doesn't get. It's not giving. I don't think it's giving me like straight. It's always been something like that.
Well, success advantage is supposed.
I mean, that's what's supposed to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, that is how the dice are weighted. Okay.
That's why maybe it's not fairly weighted.
So success threat.
All right. So, you're still gonna suffer before soak.
Where's my
suffer the equivalent of 9 wounds, but 11 strain, and then apply soak to both those.
9 wounds, 11 strain, so that would be I take 2 wounds and 4 strain.
However, I'm gonna have this lady roll because she is also gonna effectively take your falling damage.
Yep.
Even though she did not fall.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh no,
I will use the dice roller. Don't worry, she has athletics.
She'll survive this.
Probably.
Nah, I'm pretty sure she has more than fucking 10 wounds and strain. I'm assuming she's probably
Still
gonna
get
be-
her fuck out of her.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a rival character. Nice.
Okay, 2 success. So she succeeded. How much soak do we have? Not a lot. Okay, so that's gonna be 4, 6. Yeah, no. Fun fact. No, she has exactly 10 wounds
Oh, nice.
as a rival. So yeah, no. With the even taking taking the 6 off there, there were no advantage, so that would not reduce the strain any. So Claymore, you do your full power leap off. The woman, by the way, who is very closely studying, is like, "Oh, good heaven!"
Mhm.
She, rolls back, shatters a champagne glass. It's okay. It wasn't made of real glass. Also, it's probably not real champagne.
What here
But
is real.
you power bomb off there and just do a rolling tackle and just this chick, like I said, she's probably late teens, early 20s, does her best to roll with it. There's no way she could have predicted, no way she could have expected. So you just take her to the ground, roll, and end up basically sitting on her.
Okay. I would like to continue some actions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna grab her by the neck, pull her close, and be like, "Hello there. I'm the boss. Be quiet and don't move."
Your one-liner is very cool. This woman is unconscious.
Awesome.
Clearly you realize when you go to do all this move that she bonked her head and rattled some stuff in the tuck and roll you did, and she is just out cold.
Perfect. Then I'll drag her behind me as I make my way up to the DJ controls.
All right, you pop into the DJ booth.
Do I have to pass everyone to get to the?
I mean, if you want to just crawl into the booth, no, you can basically do the reverse what she just haul yourself into it.
Yeah, I will. And I'll just toss her behind me, and I will get on the DJ stand and be like, "Sorry, ladies and gents, there has been a fucking incident tonight, and the show will be canceled from here on out. Please, everyone, give a polite applause to the lovely demonstration going on here, but I must ask you to vacate the premises." And for our guests, Claymore is very, very offensive. "I would suggest you leave as well. My temper is rising, and I think I might go from non-lethal to lethal, and I want you to question if it's fucking worth it right now. Thank you." Mic drop.
All right. That is probably then where we're gonna end the session.
Oh, okay.
But not the job. I mean, we're going for 3.5 hours. Actually,
Yeah.
what do you want from me?
No, I was more just like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, the session is over. Because we're gonna touch on that. Because now the Black Diamond does have to debate. On the one hand, Claymore's very scary, though they haven't seen him act. On the other hand, now they got a man down.
Mhm.
Also, Mr. Ikeda may have some things to say about you canceling the event. I do want to say before we actually pop off, I think after that display, I think the group, the club goers, will take that seriously,
Mhm.
and we'll start to try and mill out and stuff. On the ground floor, I don't think the VIPs are going to move from the VIP lounge just yet.
That's
Like I said,
probably-
we'll get into this more in there because, like I said, Mr. Ikeda is now here's Claymore come back, so he's got to pop back out on the stage and try and figure out what the fuck is going on there, et cetera, et cetera. So we will come back to this. I wasn't expecting this to be a 2-part job, but
I guess we're bad at this.
No, we're fine.
I blame Dallas and the noise grenade.
yeah, there was a lot of chaos there. I don't want to say you guys are.
Should I
bad
just
at
shot the
this.
lady?
I do think you need to make up your mind. You need to make up your mind whether or not you're using force or not.
I was perfectly consistent.
You let off an explosive device in a fucking public area, my dude.
Yeah. Honestly, that is probably why people will take it seriously. They might think there's been a fire or something.
I'm gonna be honest. When I first, I guess was not understanding correctly. When I heard backstage area, I assumed it was there were not any people there.
No, I've been very consistent in saying that's where the demonstrators are setting up the entire time.
Yeah.
I thought they were on stage though.
No, they're doing them one at a time.
Ah.
That's why I specifically described the doctor show ends and the next show begins.
Like I said, once the noise went off, there's like no going back from has been an incident. So I literally said fuck it. Especially
chaos mode.
Especially when the women went over the DJ stage. No, I was done.
I mean, she was content to just fucking shimmy sham out of there.
Nah, we got prisoners now.
But yeah, no.
Technically too.
I said.
And I just cut.
We'll see if you still have that second prisoner when we come back.
I'm probably going back to her, so we'll see how that goes.
No, you're not. You're fucking in the booth. You were watching that guy. We don't. You can't shim sham me that you're gonna go do something tactical when I bring it up. No.
I mean,
we'll see if that lady's
that's
still
fine.
there or not.
It's not like I need to go deal with the mental fog right now.
Well, we have been going for like 3.5 hours. We'll be all right.
No, I've been having it all day. It's been hard for me to think.
I've noticed.
All right,
I'm perfectly happy with my performance.
Yes. The job's not done yet, so we'll call this 15.
Righto.
You guys have done a couple of encounters and stuff, and like I threw some shit at you. You guys dodged some stuff. But yeah, it's before I end the recording, I will say it has been interesting and I think illuminating to try and take this from a perspective of the bad guys are the guys with the like code of engagement and like the quote unquote rules, the showmanship. And to kind of see how they go, which is why they didn't just fucking ice Wolf on the rooftop and stuff. But definitely hope maybe some more decisive action next time. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. All right, let's here.
That was the noise grenade is literally the most non-lethal thing I own.